Hello, friends, and welcome to an Unexpected Podcast, and welcome to LEP Part 2. This was recorded in the unfinished Unexpected studio, and wow, we have quite a cast in today's episode. We have Chase and Phil, Allie, Jenn, Michelle, Jess, Tara, Tony, Brandon, Kevin, Tabitha, Jim SP, Mel B, Charlotte, and Melanie. So it's jam-packed, tons of really cool conversations. Maybe a conversation that was I don't know if it's inappropriate or what it is. Every time I start to think about it or talk about it, I fall apart. So I'm just going to move on. Just move on. There's no one here to even distract me. I just got done listening to it, and it's ridiculous. I retired from podcasting due to this conversation. It's probably the second to last conversation you will hear in this episode. So stay tuned until the very end. And we have and then after that, things kind of calm down. Chase and Phil bring us back down to earth, down to Middle Earth, and end it very nicely. So, but yeah, just a really fun time. You will probably be able to tell how much of the Golden Perch we have had as the episode progresses. It is in kind of chronological order. So, yeah. So with that, here is the LEP Long Expected Party Part 2 in the unfinished, unexpected studio.
Everyone's wearing your shirt today, Phil.
Yeah, I know.
It's awesome. I'm getting up, yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a buttcast from Showfizz.
The chair's sweaty.
I'm here. I got Vegemite in my teeth, and I love life, you know? You know what I'm saying, Chase?
No, I don't. Can you tell me?
So life is this thing we all live, all right?
Is it? It's very existential. I love it.
Dude, I don't even know what that word means, man.
I can't even spell it.
Existential?
I don't
Absolutely.
Get it. Oh.
This is Charlotte Hinton. She's about to come on the podcast. She didn't want to.
Bring it.
She didn't want to. We had to talk her into it.
I can dig
it.
it.
Melanie, her niece, is also here.
Greetings.
So they are officially
Put your headphones
on the podcast.
For favor.
Ezra, are you coming in? Wow, he's
Okay.
making some magic.
So,
Come on.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
So you're hosting this thing.
I am hosting this thing. I'm Chase Peekin, the official correspondent for EAVE News.
That's right.
In case you didn't know that already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Covering the developments of the potential Middle Earth world in
And
Florida.
all things related as essentially.
As essentially. The world abroad.
To this podcast.
The world abroad.
Yeah.
So Charlotte Hinton is here.
There we go.
Hello, Charlotte.
Hello.
Greetings.
Charlotte, you got to get close to that mic. They need to hear your voice.
Okay, can we move that down? Because I feel like...
Yeah, touch it. You can move
I
that
can't
thing.
touch it?
Oh my gosh, it's like when my mom was
it
here.
doesn't taste that good.
It's just like
it's
my
a
mom.
little foamy.
My mom goes, "Can I move this? Touch it?" I said, "It's a microphone."
Fantastic. I just had it.
It looks so fancy,
Oh my
though.
God.
It does, but just I mean,
Okay.
you know, it's mobile.
I tend to break things.
Yeah, that's Ezra's problem too.
Don't worry about it. You can break it, whatever. Lay on by it's fine.
Sure. Charlotte, you have said, so you're not my daughter.
I
My
am not
daughter's
your
name
daughter.
is also Charlotte.
You named your daughter after me, though.
Yes,
wait,
you're right.
hold on.
Yeah.
Back the truck up.
Yeah.
How do we not know that there wasn't some kind of weird like time vortex and that actually is your daughter?
Oh, shoot.
That would be pretty cool.
So you're
Whoa, like a looper or something? Like we're looped right now?
Yeah.
Like I'm actually in the future?
Yes.
Like Doctor Who.
Like Doctor Who.
There you
You're
go.
a river.
Wait, hold on.
Doctor Who cosplayer right here.
Time out. Who's your doctor?
Matt Smith.
Who'd you say?
Okay, we're gonna
Matt
keep on
Smith.
going.
Okay.
We're gonna keep on going.
You don't like
Why?
Matt Smith? Isn't that the doctor you've been before?
David Tennant?
David Tennant is mine.
David
or
Ten-
the
I
original
cosplay.
guy.
I've cosplayed almost every variant of the 10th Doctor, and I have photographic evidence of this.
I'd like to see that.
You can see that.
Even the
For
shower?
low cost of $99.99.
What about the shower doctor? Have you done him?
The shower doctor.
When he takes a shower.
You're talking about the third Doctor, John Pertwee?
I just meant naked. The naked Doctor Who.
I mean,
Doctor Who this.
who are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm getting derailed. I'm sorry. It's one of those things I do.
Butterbeer
Goldberry,
moment.
get in here. Come on.
Boom, nailed it.
Goldberry.
Nailed it.
Goldberry. So, Charlotte,
Okay.
you were not going to come in here and talk
No.
I was not.
or speak or whatever. But your voice is full of so much joy.
The smile on my face.
Yes, I can't stop. I don't like smiling as much as you're making me smile. It's making me very uncomfortable
You should hear. You should hear when she talks about you guys. She's just like lights up.
I do.
Isn't that
I love
amazing?
the podcast.
So how did you? So I don't know if I know. I might not remember how you first started listening. Was it through your son Ricky, or did you find us?
No, I turned Ricky on to you guys. I found you through Swish and Flick.
Really?
Because to be honest, Harry Potter is my first. Like, I know everything about Harry Potter.
Okay.
But then I found you guys, and then now I'm completely more because I didn't know enough about Lord of the Rings. So now Tolkien is what I'm learning about. So
awesome.
you guys got me to learn about them.
So had you read the books before?
Yes.
Okay.
A long time ago.
Awesome.
When? In like 78.
Oh my gosh.
1978.
Wow. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
I know that's a year.
Right.
I know that.
That's a year?
Way before you guys were born, but
10 years before.
So I
You're born
read
88?
What?
Me too.
You
Yeah.
were
87.
born in what year?
88.
I was born in 87.
That's when my
yeah.
daughter was born.
Yeah. See?
Yeah,
That's
so
why
you
you
could be
feel
like my
like I
kid.
feel like a son
There
to you.
you go.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. So
My parents were married in 76.
Okay. Yeah.
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 your parents were married in 76?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've known about it for a long time, but then I read really fast. So when I read the book,
There's a lot to digest.
I didn't understand half of it. In fact, when you guys started the reread and I started reading around, I didn't even remember Tom Bombadil. Like
A lot
I
of
was
people
like,
skip
holy
him.
cow, how did I miss that?
I know, and I had never really gotten into him before. And this reread has been like, I'm obsessed with Tom now.
Right.
Tom there's something.
I love it all.
I do too.
I love it.
Okay, so you turned Ricky onto the show.
I did.
The book club, whatever. It's not a show. I shouldn't call it
It is
that.
a show.
But yeah, only when Ez is trying to do
from
stuff.
Amanda.
No,
It's
why do I
up.
plug this in here? Set up is 4 hours. So
Okay, I'm looking at the setup. Why? How did this take 4 hours to set?
Oh no, yeah, this one was
There's
actually
usually way more, right?
yeah.
You have lots of equipment. Usually.
Yeah, and it's in the dining room, so we have to like clean up
Right.
first and make sure the kids are sleeping. So it's a different kind of yeah. It'll be nice to have it in here because we can literally come in, flip the
And
switch
it's all
on,
ready.
and go. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Okay. So one of the other than being massively supportive this entire time, you're now in the coffee biz.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And you have for what was it been like 4 or 5 months now that you've been sending me samples, isn't it?
Probably 3 or 4 months.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I've had a lot of stuff. Yeah, we've had a lot of breaks, but yeah.
Yes.
And we finally came upon a flavor that we liked.
Yes. Through Dr. Bean
Yeah.
Coffee Company.
Right.
And you have created an unexpected brew roast.
Right,
Right.
just for you
Unexpected
guys.
podcast coffee.
Yep.
Why did you want to do this? Why should people? Well, other than it's delicious coffee.
Right.
Right.
Well, it's fresh roasted, so I mean, if you like coffee, fresh roasted coffee is the best to have. But my friend and I that do the business, when we branded for a restaurant nearby us, and then I started thinking about you guys, I'm like, I think we should do a brand for the Up podcast.
Yeah.
And then I asked you guys if you wanted to do it because you're always up late.
Yeah, I am.
And you're
Yes,
always
I am.
drinking coffee.
Yep.
And so I just thought it would be a good thing to do.
Yeah.
So-
that's amazing. It has fueled our podcast in more ways than one. It's so cool because we can sit there with a cup of your coffee,
Right.
smelling the candles from the
Right.
Texas Candle Cakery. Now it seems like we can drink Golden Perch from Ben. Travis Sigler's leather everywhere. You know,
See
it's
what
just
you guys have started?
it's amazing. Well, it's just cool. It's because like I think Tolkien would be honored by that.
Yeah.
Don't you think that it's almost. I don't know. I don't know. It's what he created in his works coming to life
Right.
in real life.
I mean, like quite literally, you're getting all 5 senses. Like
Yeah.
There you
with,
go,
with
you're
the
right.
podcast.
Yeah.
as companion
You're
pieces,
right.
aren't they?
Yeah.
You can
So-
touch it. You can smell it.
right.
you
See,
it,
hear, taste,
taste
smell.
it. Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep. Now you can watch it on YouTube.
There
or-
you- yeah.
So there you go.
By the way, I loved the
Yeah.
YouTube video.
Did you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Nate did an awesome job.
Yeah.
He's. I wouldn't tell it to him to his face, but he's an incredible man and he's very talented.
Is he though?
I would never say that to him. No,
Yes.
no, not at all. Actually, yeah. So this is your niece,
This
Melanie.
is my niece.
Yeah.
Awesome,
Is
Melanie.
she nice?
She
nice
is
niece?
very
Nice
nice.
niece. Oh my gosh. What? So what is your Tolkien background? Why do you love Middle Earth? Why are you here? Did your aunt drag you along, or did you want? You have a Middle Earth dress, so you must want it to
I
be
have
here.
a Middle
She's
Earth
a good
dress.
fan.
I
Okay.
have a Middle Earth tattoo, so I love.
There you go.
Yes, I love
Okay.
Middle Earth, but I have never read the books before. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried. My
Welcome,
dad read me
welcome.
The Hobbit as I was growing up every night.
Cool.
And then we went to see the movies, and then I kept trying to read the books, but I
Yeah.
could never get,
Yeah.
past the first like couple chapters.
Yeah,
'cause
they're hard. I know.
They're slow, but now it's so interesting.
That is awesome. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
That's what we were talking about on the whole way here. We talked about it.
She didn't know
I
I'd never read them before.
Oh, that's wild.
Because her father is my brother, and
Okay.
he's the one who got me to read The Lord of the
Oh,
Rings and
how
The Hobbit the
weird.
first
So
time.
cool.
So he's my
that's
older brother.
Awesome. Are you
Yeah.
two pretty close too, as far as aunts and nieces go?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're here at a party in
Yeah.
Ohio, so
Well,
you gotta be.
No. Well, I know other people who are in the group, but nobody else could come. And then she was kind enough to, because I would have
awesome.
come by myself,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't have liked to come by myself.
Right.
I wanted
So-
to come.
Yeah. No. That's good that you
You're making
came.
it sound like you just dragged me.
No,
here.
I didn't.
That's what I was making it sound like. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. It is so cool too how we have these. Because my way into Middle Earth was through family as well as my uncle, and then seeing it with my dad. And then my dad's the one who bought us the book because I had no knowledge of Lord of the Rings before seeing the movie. Didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, it's amazing when you see people who have ties through their parents or aunts and uncles or whatever. It's cool how you can have that connection, and it's just different. It's not sports because everyone loves sports.
Right.
It's not an occupation because some people don't even really like their job. It's something that you
Right.
choose,
Right.
that you enjoy, that is different. That not everyone, that Lord of the Rings is very popular, but not everyone loves it. So that's cool. I don't know. It's a very strong binding factor, or I don't know.
So where are y'all coming from?
Chicago area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Charlotte, did you know I lived in Chicago until I was 6?
I did know
I used
that.
to talk like that. I was like, hey, you want a hot dog? Chicago dog.
I have listened to all the podcasts. I know all of your guys' histories.
And you can remember all that stuff?
No, I don't
I've
remember
never
all of
listened
it.
to an episode.
There's this podcast
Never.
called History of Middle Earth.
I love that podcast.
Isn't Phil amazing?
I do. I love it.
He is kind of like my spirit animal. We're like the same. Apparently, his wife says we're the same person. So we stared at each
That's an
other.
awkward turtle.
We stared at each other last night at dinner, and I was like, I'm looking at myself. I'm looking into my own eyes, and it's weird. So, Charlotte, you were on a podcast. You can say whatever you want right now.
I don't know what to say.
Can we bleep that out?
And add something
Can we
else.
censor that? Can we censor it?
Thank you for being. I know you didn't want to come in here. Thank you for
you.
coming in here for me.
You're welcome.
I can't believe Ez bailed on us. That's typical, right?
It's whatever.
A wizard. A
You
wizard.
guys are busy. I understand.
So, let's just real low hanging fruit question, okay? Of the Lord of the Rings movies,
Oh yeah, there you go.
the PJ Adventures, okay?
PG Adventures.
Which one is your favorite of the three?
Return of the King.
Return of the
I
King.
think
okay.
I'd say Return of the King too.
Okay. What
I'm
do you-
an Aragorn
Yeah, he's
person.
mad.
So
what
I'm
would
an
I,
Aragorn
when
girl
I
too.
when I watch
Yeah.
the movies, I kind of just watch his parts if
Yeah.
I'm trying to go through them fast.
I don't fast forward other people either. I mean, that's not what I do. Who's your favorite? Are you a Legolas girl?
No, I think everybody's too young for me. I
Eowyn?
like them all.
Yes. Okay.
I like Faramir. You know.
Faramir. That's
All of
right.
Faramir
That's
all
right.
his
There you go.
parts.
All of his parts. All
He
those
is one of my
glorious-
favorite characters.
What is your favorite part of Faramir? Is it his
His
just
mind.
It's the hair.
Yes, and his loyalty, isn't it?
It is.
How does he? How is he one of the only characters who goes, nah, wouldn't touch it.
Right.
No interest. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And can you believe too that Peter Jackson, when they went to adapt that, they said there's no way that a character could be that good. This would totally strip all power from the ring. That's what they said.
Really.
And I said, well, isn't that interesting? Because wouldn't that actually show the potential of mankind?
Right.
Of like what people can't be good,
Right.
Like that's impossible,
Right.
And so I love how Tolkien saw the way that no, there can be
There could be
totally
somebody
pure
who could-
characters,
right.
yes. And
So-
Aragorn is very similar that way too. And
Right.
it's interesting how the two of them bring the kingdom that once was in the south and the
Right.
north
Bring it
back
together,
again.
right.
It's just
So was PJ like concerned about Faramir being like a Mary Sue type of character? or
they
something?
just they thought it was he was too good. They're like, no one
Interesting.
can be this good, and it's gonna take. We've built what they say. We built an entire. For a film and a half, we've built this idea that the ring is irresistible even to all these powerful characters.
Interesting.
And that there's no way
Yeah.
he wouldn't be tempted to take it and do something to Frodo. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, okay. But there's a lot of stuff that you notice when you read the books, right?
Right.
Or
when you guys, then when you go back and reread them,
Yeah.
when I read them, I don't get nearly as much information out as when you guys talk about them. But
That's
well,
true.
it's giving us a little too much credit because I'm reading someone else's notes.
well, I love it.
You know, I'm just literally.
I love the notes.
I look up really in-depth Tolkien essays, keyword searches, and I just rip people off.
www.tolkiengateway.com.
That's right. That's right. Give me all the answers to Tolkien. So, but thank you, Charlotte.
Thank you.
Melanie, thank you for being here. Come
Thank
with
you.
your aunt.
Thanks for having us. We're
I might
very
need.
excited.
I might need to get one of those dresses. I think.
I
Do you think I
know,
could pull
I
it
would
off?
like to
I
see
know
you
you
in
could
that
pull
dress.
it off. I know you could pull it off, my dude.
But
But you know,
amazing.
I,
It's so cool. Actually, there is a T-shirt version of that is the map of Middle Earth, and I really, really want it. Really want it. So maybe I think she may have inspired me to get that.
There you
that
go.
T-shirt.
Get it.
do it.
Yeah.
Make it so.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Let's go
The
cool
truth
down.
is out there. No.
Please record. Please record.
Now I'm
Please record
recording.
everything. Are our levels good? Looks like we're clipping out a little bit. Are
Well,
we
I mean, you are.
can we turn that down? I'm kind of loud, aren't I?
You are loud.
G'day.
That's
How do
what-
I sound
oh
in
my-
my
G'day.
Australian accent?
Holy crap, people.
Hey, wow, we are so loud.
Yeah.
I can always turn up in post production, so less is more. Less
Okay.
is more.
Yeah, well, that's what she said.
Wow.
That is what she said. Eh?
Wow. Where are the children? I don't know. Hopefully they're not here.
Are there cheering here?
No, I don't
Okay.
think
Well, my child is asleep right now.
so. Oh, okay. So, Chase,
Yes.
lead us in.
Okay, so welcome to a very special edition of something.
Something.
Of something. Yes, so we are here live, kind of. We're kind of live at
Yep.
the long expected party. And as the official news correspondent for EAVE News, I have the pleasure of welcoming Sir Ezra from Bend the Knee podcast.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
And also Darth Scary Spice,
G'day.
the Uppa from Down Under.
Upper from down under, yeah?
Mel B, welcome.
Thank you.
It's so good to have you here. Are
It's
you?
so good to be here. It's kind of out of this world to be halfway across the world.
Is it?
It is very weird.
Is it very weird?
I was actually just on the phone to my father, just letting him know I'm alive
Well, that's good.
and everything, and he's talking about his breakfast and stuff, and remembering that he is in the future is very weird.
Cool.
So, can I ask a question?
Sure.
If
Can I-
you
can I-
must.
Can I hop? I do. I have to hop in
Okay.
here.
Okay, fine.
Is the air the same? I think I asked you this last night. Like, is the air?
With 24 hours to consider it, no.
What's going on?
I don't
Yeah.
know what's different. I know it's humid here, but there's humid places in Australia. There's just a different smell, and I can't describe
Does it smell bad here?
No, it's not a bad smell. It's just different.
So I
Okay.
got to say that the Bob Evans we went into this morning for breakfast, I
Yeah.
don't know if they piped in like a farm smell or something, but they did.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty
It,
farmy
it was
there.
quite intriguing, actually.
It was
When
pretty
they
farmy.
brought like farm fresh to a whole new level.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well,
So
fertilizer.
yeah,
friends.
it's great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
You want to smell some compost whenever you walk into a restaurant. It's great.
Yeah.
So you're here. You are the homing pigeon, man. You are the one that came the farthest. But who's counting?
9,610 miles from my front door to this front door.
Come on, somebody. Can we put the clap in post?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we could. We could have. Oh, there we go. Thank you.
So why Ohio? Why come to the long expected party?
I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. It's been an obsession of mine since I was about 7 or
Yeah.
8 years old.
Yeah.
And Unexpected podcast was the Lord of the Rings podcast I fell in love with. I've tried a few.
Really? Have you?
Yeah.
Okay,
but
hold
you
on.
guys,
I don't want to have to edit something out of here, Mel B. Like, take it easy. I don't want to start.
Yeah, you guys were the ones that I really became fond of. I actually only started listening to you in August, at the very beginning of August.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And I don't know what it was, but you guys, I felt like I found my tribe when I started listening to y'all.
I love
Hashtag
it.
Tribe Life.
Tribe life.
Wow.
So, yeah, I made the decision to extend my stay in the US so I could make it here and meet these amazing people.
Wow.
So okay, you've been here about 24 hours at the
Yeah.
time of this recording, right?
Correct.
So what is the I don't want to say dumb or dumbest, but I'm going to ask what's been the dumbest question that you've been asked so far?
Do you ride kangaroos?
Okay.
Are you serious? Someone asked that question. Was it Lane?
It was me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was where's Lane? I hope he heard me say that too.
Look, I explained it to you why we can't, but we could ride emus if we so chose.
Okay. That's fascinating. What do you think about that?
What's an emu? Is that the ostrich thing?
It's an ostrich thing, yes.
It's also the initials for Eastern Michigan University.
Okay, all right, good.
Just want to let you know that.
All right, now
Yeah.
now
And
I
I'm
know
talking
what it
about a
is.
giant bird
The
Yeah.
more you know.
Right. That can't fly, right?
that can't fly. It's the Australian ostrich.
Okay. All right.
Fantastic.
That's followed by the cassowary, which is the killer bird that attacks people.
Yeah.
Seriously?
It
Yeah.
stands about 6 foot tall and it'll attack you. It
How
is
do
a
you
very
guys
angry
survive
bird.
out there? Like, what do you? I mean, is it just like what do you do? Do you carry? Are you like armed at all times? Like, what do you do? Like, does birds just fly
Are you
around? Like,
armed with a boomerang?
No.
boomerangs.
We're just smart and we know how not to die.
That's fantastic. Is the boomerang the national, toy of Australia?
No. So
It's a weapon, right?
yeah, there's a lot of cultural sensitivity actually surrounding that
Uh-oh. Sorry.
snap.
with
okay.
the indigenous
Triggered.
people.
Hashtag triggered. We need to
But
We're gonna have to do
Cut
some
this.
editing. Culture, educate me. I have no idea.
so it is a weapon of the indigenous people of Australia, the
Yeah.
Aboriginal people,
Okay.
and
Well, I feel like a total.
no,
jerk
it's
right
fine.
now.
Like we're used to the question, and I'm sure other Australians would be like, "Yeah, mate, whatever. We just throw the boomerang." But it is a weapon used by the indigenous people. I've owned toy ones, but I've never had a proper one.
Wow.
So yeah, but they did use it, and apparently it worked. I've never seen it in action.
Okay.
Mel B, thanks for not being one of the one of those Australians who say, "Yeah, we just tossed it." Because I did not know. That's kind of cool.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
we learned something for sure.
I mean, we're being educated over here.
Okay, so tell us, share with your people, your tribe. When did Tolkien come into your life?
I was about 6 or 7 years old when the first movie came out.
Okay.
And my grandmother had read the books. So she showed my brother, my mum, and I the movie. I will admit, the first movie I was too young, and I just kind of went, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
And I don't know what changed between that and the third movie, but the time the third movie came out, I was obsessed. And I can't tell you what changed, but I became obsessed. And after the third movie, I started reading the books. And I don't know, it's just I connected with something in Tolkien's writing, and it stayed with me all these years and it's always been my number one fandom. Like, I love a lot of other things, but Lord of the Rings is always the one that is like home. It's in my heart, and, every few years I go, I need to read the books again. I read them all through. I watch all the movies, and I'm just in love with it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's awesome. So, like, you're a fan of the films?
Yeah, like, I'm one of those people, I appreciate that it's an adaptation. I think the series would work better as a TV series.
Okay.
The trilogy would work better as a TV series, but appreciating the movies for what they are, when you remember their adaptation, they only have so much time to tell the story.
Yeah.
And it's someone's perspective. It's Peter Jackson's perspective of the story, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Wow. So, one more question for you here. Okay.
Just one. Just uno mas.
What so far, besides the kangaroo question? I don't know. Like, what's the memory that you're going to take away so far? I mean, like, a memory that you're going to take away from the long expected party.
Just being here, it's been amazing just to be here among other Tolkien fans.
Yeah.
And I've just been having a great night, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Good.
We're glad you're here. I mean, seriously glad you're here. I could not believe that it like you, I don't know if you know this. You literally just took this party and made it like international.
Nobody in the United States of America has an excuse for not being here next year.
Yes, we will be using you as sort of
Boom.
like Mel B was here. What's your excuse?
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
y'all got a year to save, and it's not going to cost you $2,500 to get here. So
Exactly.
turn up.
Exactly.
Boom.
All right. Thanks, Mel B.
Thank
You're the
you so
best.
much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Jim, here he is. Bring him in. Bring him in.
Oh man, here
Bring
we go.
him in.
See if
Oh
these fit
boy.
me.
They'll fit you.
Oh yeah, so you can adjust. Maybe they. Can you hear us?
Cool. Yeah, can you hear great?
Can you hear me?
Can you like put the mic like right up in your face?
Yeah, it's almost got to get right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there you go.
Hopefully
Good.
no one's sick. I mean, you know, it's
Can you hear yourself?
At least
okay?
not physically sick. Yeah,
Okay.
I can hear myself.
Okay, sweet, cool. All right, so we have Jim SP in the hot seat.
What's up, everybody?
You well, that's
The
at
hot-
least your name
the hot
on the
seat.
face
I mean,
space.
come on.
Yeah, you know, privacy concerns.
Yeah,
and all
it
that
is
good
what it
stuff.
is.
Yep,
We'll
come
keep
to
it
the
that.
party. You can find out my last name.
I just found it out. It's quite
Juicy.
good. Yeah, quite good. So, so you are our map maker.
Thus far. Yep.
So far, you're the guy that has shown us where everyone is in the world,
It's pretty
and
cool.
we're almost on every continent. I think.
Well, we're still missing Antarctica.
I was going to say that.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
I think we did hit every continent, though.
Did we really?
Yeah, we got
Wow.
except that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
That is wild.
Yeah, we have a few in Africa now. That was the
Wow.
last one.
I remember when you started that, and I was blown away by just
Yeah.
people who were sending you, and you were updating. And I was just like, this is
You were
really.
updating.
Wow. Lane's doing it. And I didn't even know. I don't. That's.
I think the first map when I saved it and said, "Hey, first update's done," was like 30.
Wow.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
it's at like 280, and there's 1,000 people on the Facebook group. So
Yeah.
I'll post a new thread.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's just cool. It's cool to go on there and like sort of see just where there's someone in my state, or there's someone in my country or whatever. It's just I don't know. It's
Yeah.
kinda cool.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
So.
We need more New Englanders.
Oh, okay. So all right. What do I? Oh, I'm gonna start to Lane. What do we have to do, Chase, to move the? The demographic there. I don't know.
I think what we need to do is we need to have you and that other guy, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Right.
The one fellow.
I love
yeah,
that guy.
I think you need to do
Yeah.
an up live.
Okay.
Do up live in Boston.
Oh, travel.
Wow.
You have
We-
a place to stay if you need one.
I mean, here's the thing. We actually are. I mean, I've heard that we're Charlotte Hinton just told me I can come to Chicago and all this sort of stuff. So we kind of said one of our goals, just in what we're doing with the podcast and the community, the book group. One of our goals was to start traveling once we got to a certain spot. So I've talked to Lane about that, and I'm honestly going to take people up on the whole we can crash because saving some money on the hotel situation is a great idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So but yeah, I don't know. That's really cool. So we got a live in Boston, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
An
we only have
unexpected podcast.
3 people on the map right now in New
Live in
England.
Boston.
I'm the only one in Massachusetts. Maybe one other one. I don't know. So you'll have me and my wife at the show.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
Perfect. That's all I need.
It'll
We're
be
good.
great. You might as well just do it from our basement.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'll work.
Get a nice little backdrop. Yeah, I'm down. So, so Jim, when did you? And this is just me being curious. When did you first start listening to the podcast? Because I don't always know what everyone's story is and how they got into the group and that kind of stuff. It's like you guys start commenting and more like the people who comment more frequently are the ones that we see. Just that's because there's so many people, right? And so people then who show up here and who don't comment, like Jen Shepard, by the way, who we've mentioned her name quite a bit, didn't used to really comment at all, but she came here, and then so we were like, oh, we know you, and we're never going to forget you. So I just kind of wondered, like when, because I remember you've just been a name that's been rolling around on the podcast for a long time.
Yeah.
Gosh, what year is this now? 2019. So when did you start? Like early 2018? Was it January or February?
January, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't long after you started.
Okay.
And I don't know if it was Providence or sheer luck, but I had been listening to like some Harry Potter. I don't even remember what podcast. It wasn't Swish and Flick.
Yeah, that's fine.
Unfortunately. But I was sitting there and I'm like, wait, I like Lord of the Rings more than Harry Potter. There has to be a reread out there somewhere. And I just searched and this one came up and you're on like episode 2. I was like, wow. And on the ground floor.
There we go.
Yeah. And then
That's
when
pretty
you,
sweet.
because I was there when the group was created. I joined right away. And
Yeah.
so I don't
That's
know.
what I
I'm an
thought.
OG.
You are. That's what I thought. I mean, because I remember just from the get-go, it's a name that's always been there for us. So, yeah, and that's also really cool when you get into like a reread or you get into, you go to a podcast and they're just kind of starting and you get to kind of pick right up with the journey and just go.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Because you're going to be influencing the show, which is something that you've done and some of those individuals who were originally there those first couple months. I mean,
it's
anything
a
they
book
sent
club.
us got right on the show. So
Yeah, I remember it doesn't
Yeah.
happen so much anymore just because how much is on Facebook. But those first few episodes where
Oh,
you
it's-
basically read whole comment threads, it was great.
Yeah.
And that's where everybody, that's where like people will, when they come to, they see the reread, they typically go back to those first several episodes. Like that episode 1 is insanely large, and I'm like, wow, people are like starting there and moving through. It's radical.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's tough being caught up.
Yeah,
It sucks.
so I know we've got. I know we're actually Lane and I have been working on a plan. Well, I mean we've got. So it's nice because I now am even listening to Phil on History of Middle Earth.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Like I like listening to that.
He fills us in from time to time.
Yes, and so we're thinking of different ways. We've been talking to some friends just around here. And once the studio gets up, we might be able to Skype people in more, right?
Oh, man.
Jason, we talked about that.
Yeah.
And it just sort of like recording that high quality audio, and I don't know, just doing more. So because, yeah, it's been a task getting this all done, and then
This is crazy.
and then 2.5 hours every week of recording. I don't know
how you do it.
I don't know how we do.
I hear you talking. It's 2 a.m. on the podcast. I'm like, it's 9:30 p.m. for me, and I'm dying.
I know, and I feel so bad. I'm like, it's morning for some people. We got to be. Don't quit yawning. Don't mention the time. It's like, what are we doing? This is nuts.
So
But,
you know what you could do?
Start earlier.
No, well, you could do that. No, you could serialize it, right? So instead of
Yeah.
it being like a 3-hour doohickey,
Yeah.
just get like 4 or 5 episodes of like 45 minutes to an hour a piece, and boom, and have that out like either 2 in a week, so you're getting through
Spread it out.
Yeah, if you really wanted to do that.
We could do that. We could. And we might be able to do more of that with like the show. And even when we talked about how we were going to attack the Silmarillion.
That's going to be
Wowzers.
fun.
And here's the thing. I mean, you guys have heard Lane and I say this. We're just hobbits. I'm reading it like right now for the second time, trying to actually get a grasp on what is happening there and tie it into some of the histories. It is intense.
You can't do that at 2 a.m.
No, you can't. So I'm thinking like we've got. I mean, all of you guys, really, if we can get some of the experts to come on and do an episode or do, yeah, exactly. So we got like Phil, Kurt, Jim. I mean, that would be.
I'm not an expert.
I mean, are you, I don't know. Are you not?
I didn't win any of those trivia questions today, so.
What? It was rigged.
I knew the name of the ring, and that was it. Narya for the win.
I knew it, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't say anything.
Oh,
you just got to speak up.
Yeah. You noticed Lane and I bailed during trivia, right? So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Coincidental.
We got to save our reputation. We don't,
Right.
We really did in the ice, but oh man. So I don't know. So Jim, memory. I mean, I don't know. It's just so cool. I was talking to Lane. We had that moment when we went and got the ice, and we were talking just about how cool this is, seeing you guys, meeting you, shaking your hand, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Is it what you thought it would be? I mean, like, is it also neat because people know you? I mean, you're known in the group for what you've done, and then just, I don't know, like.
Yeah, it was a little, I don't know, bizarre, because when we rang the doorbell, which I don't know if anyone ever comes here, Lane's house has the coolest doorbell. It's from like 200 years ago.
Yeah.
And Sarah answered the door and knew me. She just said, "Oh, Jim."
Yeah.
And I was like blown away. I was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Like she recognizes me.
Yeah.
That happened multiple times with people who are just like, "Hey, it's Jim." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, it is. It's me."
Totally, Jim.
So it's cool knowing that the group is real. Like, you're not just shouting into the ether or whatever. These are real people who are communicating. And this party's been, I don't know. The best part is just talking about random crap with everybody.
Yes.
It's so fun.
Yes.
Yeah, getting to know each other and stuff. And I kind of was joking earlier, but like once we're done here for a little bit, we're going to go out and like we just kind of continue storytelling and we learn about people. People share a funny story. It's just around that fire. Like Bill Joe kind of goes crazy with his storytelling too. So has he given the speech out there yet? Have we heard anything? Has Bill Joe been out there giving the speech? Anybody?
Did Bill Joe do the thing?
I don't know. We got to keep an eye here, listen for the speech. But Jim, honestly, I'm blown away. I just love having your voice on the podcast. I think people are going to eat this up. They're going to love it because, like Lane and I, we talked about, we really want to Chase just to kind of come in here and Phil and maybe Dave and some other guys and record some of these so we can listen later because it's just kind of hard to get around and see everybody. So this is going to be like a treat for me to go back and like edit all these different people who have come out here earlier in the day and just recorded and stuff.
It's got to be a blur.
Ramblings.
Yeah. Have there been?
Yeah, like we've gone we've talked like about a bunch of different
Are
stuff.
you out of control in here earlier? What
I might be. I mean, it wasn't like completely
Did you
random.
boldly go?
I might have. Okay. I might have made it so.
As long as it was bold.
Oh, gosh. All right, Jim. Well, thank you very much, man. This is awesome. We really
appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah.
It's a great party. Everyone should come next year. Listen to Mel.
Yes.
Do it.
I need some.
That's not professional.
Yeah.
Well,
we don't either. So yeah.
Paid blessings, right? You know.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Let's take this away. We are recording. We are here at the long expected party, and we're sitting with a couple unexpected friends here.
Yeah.
We've got Kevin and Tabitha. So you guys are from Canton, you said, Kevin? Yes. Okay.
Awesome. Okay.
So we got some locals, and
some shirelings.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm just curious. So you came to the long expected party. What have you thought so far? Is it crazy? Are we a bunch of nut jobs?
No,
Go ahead and tell us.
No, it was. I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah.
What? Pleasantly surprised. That's good. Tabitha, how about you?
Probably the same. Pleasantly surprised.
Good.
We did the circle around the block before we stopped.
Okay, so you had to check this out. You did
good.
a
That's
preview. You're
good.
like, are these guys all insane? Or
That's good.
Is this house a trap where we're going to get murdered? Was that ever a thought that crossed your mind?
Yeah. No, I have my location on my phone.
Okay. So
people knew you were
where
here.
you were.
That's
Okay. Good.
That is funny. So how long? So are you guys in the Facebook group? And
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been listening to the podcast? I'm just kind of curious.
Well, yeah, I've been. I think it's about a year.
About a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then it slowed down now because I wasn't catching up.
Sure.
So now it's.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to an episode, so I don't even know. That would be a task that Frodo and Sam would not envy, I'm sure.
Oh gosh. Well, we've actually kind of. It's 2.5 hours long.
Right. Well, I know.
Yeah.
So that's a task for you right there, right?
Yeah.
But so we've gone to bi-weekly.
Can we talk
now
about
as
their
well.
Tolkien stories?
Yeah, we're getting.
Is that where you're driving to?
Yeah,
Okay, sorry. I just want
I'm
to sit
driving.
here and listen. I'm excited.
Yes, yeah. So because I'm just interested in like how you guys got into the group and listening and stuff, and then like was driving right to Tolkien stories. Yes, sir.
Sorry. Yes.
So how did you get into Tolkien? How did you?
Well, it was in the. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the cartoons. That's
The Bakshi films, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I saw them on TV.
Okay.
When I was 7, 8 years
Yeah.
old.
Okay.
And so, I remember sitting with my family watching them, and it was just neat. And you kind of, I read the book after that, and you get more details. And then, as most people with in your teen years, life gets in the way, and you just kind of forget.
Sure.
Yep.
And then it was probably when the movies are coming out, it's like, oh yeah, I really like that.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and then I could share it with my kids, and we watched the movies, and then just another 20 years goes by, and then I meet you guys again.
Yeah. That's pretty nuts, huh?
It is kind of, we've talked about how you go in, because in high school we couldn't stop talking about it, and then
all the time.
in college, and then it kind of drifted away, and then you get back to it. So I don't know. It's a story you can always come back to and read, and it's such a good story. So I don't know. I can kind of see how that would happen. Where life gets in the way, and then we come back to it, and we find time, and
that initial experience was in your childhood too.
Yes.
So it was a nostalgia piece to. Yeah, returning back to that. That makes it special too.
I remember watching the cartoons that get them and have the kids watch them. They're like, what is this?
Yeah. But at the time, wasn't it like it was groundbreaking technology because he was doing mocap with a cartoon. Like I've seen, because they filmed with live action actors, and then they like rotoscoped the animation over top of the
Really?
film.
I didn't know
I'm pretty
that.
sure. Yeah, it was. That's why the movements look kind of strange for a cartoon, because they're actually. It's based on film, like people moving at a,
Well, now I have a better appreciation. I didn't know that. I
they were
need to
actually
go back
a
and watch
huge inspiration for the Jackson films. He loved the Bakshi movies, so that's really cool. Yeah.
Huh.
Richard George had a similar experience. Remember Richard from the
Yes.
group from Chicago? He defends those Bakshi films because a lot of people think they're, and it's like they're a little trippy for me to watch. So, but he loves them, and he's like, that was my first experience with Tolkien, and that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, Tabitha, are you in? So, Lord of the Rings. When did you first see the films, or have you read the books, or what are you thinking?
I haven't.
She doesn't want to get close to the.
She's like, I'm not fully committed to this yet. Hold on a second here.
I haven't actually read the books, but I've watched the movies since like he showed it to us, and I loved them. Like they are still some of my favorite movies. I have a lot, so they're up there. But the podcast I actually only started listening to today on the way here. We listened to the first chapter of the Lord of the Rings.
The party. We got to have some background.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yes.
Yeah, but
so
I joined the group
book,
a while
the
ago.
chapter, and then the podcast.
Oh wow. Wow.
Oh my gosh!
That's
So you're gonna
amazing,
have to,
man.
we're gonna have to get some thoughts. First of all, hang in there because the podcast gets better.
Those were rough. Those were rough.
Or it gets worse. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't-
It gets more comfortable, I
I
guess.
have no idea. Honestly, but that's cool. That's really neat. So you like the films that? Did you like the? Have you watched the Hobbit films too? Like the?
I did.
The-
I
yeah.
like the book more because it brings more life to the characters, and
So
you
you
really
have read
start
you have
feeling
read The Hobbit
something.
then?
I haven't
Okay.
finished it, but
Hey,
I know
me
how
too.
it ends.
I
So
neither. I haven't either.
I mean, sincerely, yeah.
Should I be bragging about that?
I don't know. We're going. He will eventually read it
Yeah.
because we're going to do it for the podcast. Okay, so
Yeah.
We need
that's gonna
perspectives,
happen.
right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's
Different
right.
perspectives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will see it through different eyes. That's right. It wasn't my time before. I think it's my
Yeah.
time now.
Now it's your time.
Yeah.
And I think
So-
we're yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead, go.
What is it that you love about the film so much? Why are the stories important to you?
well, I like all of the relationships that they all have and how in touch they are with like their emotions and with each other. And like Sam and Frodo, I love Sam. He's my favorite character.
Yeah, he is the real
Yeah.
hero, isn't he? I mean,
Yes, he is.
yes, he is.
Yeah.
We should all try to be like Samwise, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
So do you like one? So let's see. So Lord of the Rings obviously is better than The Hobbit. Can we get that out? In the open.
I would
okay.
agree.
Yes.
All right. So we're just making sure we're all on the same page. Good.
Prequels are hard, aren't they?
Yes.
I mean, like
Yeah.
same with Star Wars, and it's almost like because then if you do stuff afterwards, like with Star Wars,
it's people want to compare it to every
7, 8, 9 are more well received even than 1, 2, and 3 were. I bet the Amazon show will be more well received than The Hobbit.
Well, and
it's that middle kind of you go back and then I don't know. It's weird.
and that's what I was going to
It's
ask you
weird.
guys. Are you excited to watch
about
it?
the
Will you be
show?
watching the TV
Yeah,
show
I'm
when
excited
it
to
comes
see what
out?
they do with it.
Yeah. Okay.
So Kevin, have you read Silmarillion or anything like that?
No,
or?
that's next on my list.
Okay.
I usually, what I've been doing is listening to the podcast while I run. So that's,
okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wow, when you run.
Yes.
Are you running for 2.5 hours?
Yeah, a lot of times.
Oh my gosh, Kevin, you're inspired. I keep
And
saying,
he's a soccer
Monday.
fan too. Clearly, he's got a
Yes.
Chicago Fire jersey on.
Yeah.
which is and that's impressive because I can't even see the logo. Just so you know, I can only see the top of the logo. So he's a soccer fan. So yeah, he actually kind of This is weird, right?
Yeah.
The more I'm looking at him, he's kind of reminding me of our Kevin.
Yes, a little bit.
And if he's running for 2.5 hours,
because Kevin plays soccer too.
And he plays sports like he played rugby before he came here. Like today,
Yeah,
he never. And then he was coming over yesterday, and this might be like you too, Kevin. Maybe you're kindred Kevin.
We got a Kevin and Kevin going.
Yeah, we were just sitting down, relaxing. We're slowly planning for the party. He's like, "All right, what can we do, man? What can we set up?" I'm like, "Kev, relax, just chill." He ends up stringing those lanterns up and fixing things that I had broken. I'm like, "Can't you sit still, dude? I can't sit still."
If I sit still, I fall asleep.
See,
So
there you go.
That's
Okay,
why
see,
I
that's-
listen
yeah.
to it
sounds
while I run.
exactly like him. That
Yeah.
sounds exactly like Kevin.
That's awesome.
Cool.
I'm excited for you to get into the Silmarillion. I mean, we haven't decided yet whether we're going to go listen to the Hobbit or if we're going to the Silmarillion.
I took a look at that poll the other day though, and the Hobbit won
It did win.
by like three or four
Like close,
percentage
right?
points. Yeah,
It was
so-
close. I think we can actually get through the Hobbit pretty quickly, and then actually the show might be coming out just right around that time or something, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
So we're not going to.
We might have Tabitha on for a chapter for the Hobbit, so she's read it farther than I have.
Yes, she has. You would,
So,
yeah,
I've
Tabitha,
read, like,
don't
one
worry.
chapter, so-
You would be an expert, okay?
I
We
can't get out of
bring
back
you,
in.
Kevin, and on. Yeah. Well, actually, yeah. I'll just turn the mics over to you guys, and we'll watch Lane go. Huh? Really? That happened? Okay. When did that?
Well, whose
that,
cloak is who? Which
Yeah.
colored hood? I don't.
There's
know.
a ring? What? Oh my gosh!
Then you also have to learn all the songs from The Hobbit. There's a
That's
lot
true.
more songs.
That's true. They're way. You're right.
Because the songs have kind of, as we're in
Do you
Return
guys
of the King,
like
it's
us
kind of gone
singing?
away. So,
Well,
like is a strong.
be
word.
honest, Kevin. It's okay. We're gonna.
Like is it at least kind of okay?
it's motivating.
Let's-
Well, how about that in the run?
Okay.
there. Okay.
Wow.
There you go.
Like
Yeah.
I got to go faster because this is irritating me.
Yeah, or it's like, or it's concentrate. Pull out your phone, keep running, and hit the skip
Yeah, the
30
skip
seconds.
ahead.
Like, oh no, it's a lot of
Wow,
of
this
work.
is a long one. Wow. All right.
Wow, jeez, fellas, you did the whole song this time. Gosh, dang it. Oh.
That is true, though. You're right. I wonder if that's also. Well, I mean, also the tone changes of Lord of the Rings, but the longer we've gone on, there have been less songs, and I wonder
Yeah.
if that's just kind of that transition from The Hobbit. You know, stuff's pretty Hobbity kind of in
Yeah.
the beginning of the book, and then There's a lot of that. You're closer to the Shire. There's more songs, singing.
Think back when he was stuff. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, but it's like it's been a steady decrease. I didn't even think about that until right now.
And maybe it's more the like thematic too, like the seriousness or whatever of the story.
We're not singing
too
anymore. We're too busy doing other stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Huh.
Well, I mean, if Tabitha wants, we can have. I mean, are you a good singer, Kev? You a good singer? I mean, we're gonna.
I'm a good bass singer.
Bass singer, okay.
Which just you mumble.
Okay, that's fine too. Okay,
nice deep voice though.
Because I mean, we could pre-record some songs, throw them in there. And
absolutely.
We haven't had that in a while actually. So
no, we haven't. I know. I missed
that. Do you remember some of the songs? Like we had some songs that people sent us they sent in.
Calais did stuff.
Calais did one.
Nico did the Gilgalad that Sam was singing on Weathertop.
And
we've had all kinds.
Come to me, right? Or
oh my gosh, Ephraim, come back to me.
Oh my gosh, that one broke my heart.
The Wife song, yeah.
But yeah, so you have a lot to look forward to, Tabitha. Okay, there's some crazy stuff that happens.
Yeah.
There are fireworks sound effects. I don't know if that was that episode 1 or 2.
Yeah, it was this episode.
That was that episode. Sorry about that.
I tried to block that out of my memory there.
I said, "Hold, stop! You got to listen to this part."
It's crazy. I don't know what happened there.
Tabitha, I wish if you don't make it, you're in good company.
Yeah.
Okay? Like
oh my gosh. Yeah. I wish we would have been recording when that took place. Like this.
Oh man.
Oh, to see Lane do that, to sit across from the table.
I felt inspired. We were still in the Shire. It was the party, man, and we had just started this journey together. And I thought, I'm just gonna live out my fantasy of being a firework.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. Well, I really wanted to get you guys in here because I didn't know either of you very well, and so I was sort of like, I was like, I want to get to, that's the whole point. We thought if we had the podcast set up, we could talk to you guys, get to know you, get your voices out there, and if you're in the group now, then people they recognize you, they hear your voice, then you're commenting, and I don't know, I think that's kind of neat, and that's what really builds the community. And we got to get back to doing those chapter by chapter threads because people have been asking to do that so they can make comments on the chapter and really then help us tell the story, or articulate some of those in the next episode. So I want to bring that back.
I love people who are kind of quieter too, because my favorite character is Strider, right? And what does Strider do?
Yeah,
he sits in his own little booth and he observes, and he's like so many like myself included. I just talk all the time, and I don't always do the best job of listening. And I think people who are excellent listeners. That I don't know, dude. That's deep stuff. And I always think about how Tolkien writes about the silences. People will say something and there's silence. People sit and they listen. They process what people are saying. But yeah. So I'm glad that we got them in here to talk to them because now I feel like I can. Yeah.
Well, I feel like we can reach out to you now in the group when we see you and like I can put a face to it. Yeah. It's really
cool. And next
really
year
cool.
when we see him at the party. It'll be great.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget.
Coming back, Kevin?
Next year, I think so. I mean, I'll bring more of my kids.
There we go.
I think so.
I have some talkers.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, ease them into it, okay? We don't want to go crazy. But sincerely, maybe next time, like the studio will be done and we'll do some of the show reactions.
I hope it's done next time.
I sure hope. Yeah,
Christmas next year.
We're gonna need Kevin and Kevin to finish this bad boy. Goodness gracious! But we would really like. So honestly, like the show. If you guys have, I was talking to people that have been here about getting them on for reactions, just quick reactions or something like a Skype or even just something on Facebook or reading your comment, or if you send something in, we'll read it because that's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a crazy time because it'll be back. Like the I don't know. There'll be this energy that will be back for Lord of the Rings. So
yeah,
it's gonna be great. True. So thanks again, guys. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, this is amazing. Yeah,
thanks for opening your home and.
Of course. Thanks for coming. Thanks for not thinking I'm a serial killer. We're taking the risks.
I can't say I didn't think it.
right. Yeah,
the guy's a little too energetic. He's doing something weird.
I just see Kevin rolling by and like Lane's out there with his hacksaw cutting something off the tree and he's like, there's no limbs on that tree. What's going on? This guy's been at it for a while.
One more lap.
We got to get another look at these people.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. All right. Well, thanks. Honestly, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Jiminy Christmas.
Oh, that's perfect, Lane. Thank you very much. Now, what do we look at? Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
That's fun.
You just got to wipe those off.
Hey, you want this microphone, actually? You want the fun one?
No, I'm good, bud.
That actually I think he sounds pretty good on that. I mean,
Hello?
That sounds pretty good on that.
I'm chill, bud.
How do I...
I'm chill, bud.
Hey, you can take that off if you want and just kind of hold it here, too. That might be easier.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Holy
You're in the throat, bud.
Is everything good?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
All right.
So, take us away. Strawberries and
baby.
what's going on here? Oh, here we go.
Thank you, Melanie.
Oh yeah, look at.
You have, like, lots
Careful,
of
bud.
extra
It's
things.
coming right down.
So sorry, Ez, I didn't grab one with us.
He won't even.
Goodness.
You know how he is.
Look at
That
that.
looks delicious.
Look at that.
Oh, bye.
Can you taste the strawberries, Mr. Freddy?
Oh, I can taste them. They're just harvesting the.
I'll take a bite, bud.
Woo!
That's good.
Oh my gosh! So, guys, the long expected party.
It's fire.
Are we rolling?
Continues. We are rolling. We're always rolling, my friend. You know how it is. So we've got Tony and Brandon here. Just guys, what is going on? How are you? I mean, Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Like all the way from Wisconsin.
yeah, all the way down. It was supposed to be a 9-hour drive according to Google, but I drive like a grandfather on Sunday morning.
same
so,
here, man.
You know, and then whenever
Safe and sorry.
whenever you see one of those brown signs saying you know park yada yada over here, I just like I'm taking this exit for sure. So. But no, altogether the traffic was good and it was the weather's been pretty great and it's my first time in Ohio and
Really?
Yeah, exactly.
He's a Vikings fan living 30 minutes from Green Bay.
I appreciate you calling me out on that. That's very kind of you.
I'm actually glad. That makes me happy.
It's like
go
being
Vikings.
a Michigan fan in Ohio, right?
A little bit.
We connected
A little
instantly.
bit.
I'm the only member of my family who is not a Packer fan, and when the family photo was taken, I hold the camera. So
You all think that's funny. Oh my gosh. And then we've got Brandon. Just from
Brandon Sheeline.
Are you a traveling man? I mean, where do you?
Indianapolis, bud.
Indianapolis.
So
Yeah.
basically,
Hawkins, Indiana, right?
Crossroads of America, west of the Shire. So I'm pretty much the Great Havens.
Great Haven. Wow, yeah.
Crossroads Middle Earth, bud.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it is.
That's amazing.
Travelers
It
passing
actually
through.
looks exactly the same as Ohio.
It does.
I didn't know that I crossed state lines until I looked.
Yeah. And you're like, oh wow. All right. I guess
Especially Western Ohio. It's
Cool.
super flat, man.
Yeah.
You get down here, so the hills start to come alive a little bit. More southeast you get, but yeah.
Right.
Brandon's like, really? The Shire of America?
I've lived more out west, and it's a joke to explain to people.
Yeah, what?
Like,
Right.
so this is what it looks like. Trust me.
right. Yeah, there's some of that mountain. What would that be called? Mountain attitude.
Oh, the West Coast sort of like.
It's their health, huh?
It's a West Coast thing.
We call that a bump.
It's a West Coast thing. You
I'm talking like I'm
understand.
from a valley girl.
Oh,
but,
okay, my
that's
bad.
where I'm going.
All right.
Brandon Sheeline, I remember from our most recent, one of our most recent. This episode of Unexpected Podcast is brought to you by Brandon Sheeline.
Man, I can't even take credit.
Why not? That wasn't you?
It was me, but it was adorable. But
Did you like it?
everybody else. helped.
That's I mean, well, you can take credit. I mean,
you
believe
can.
me.
You pushed us over.
I came to work that day that it aired, and I was like, everybody listen to this.
Dude, that is awesome, man. That is awesome.
Yeah, that is
weren't you
crazy.
in Discord too that
Yeah,
day
well,
or something?
That was the
Yeah.
first time I've done it.
Do you like Discord?
Yeah.
And
Tell us about
I
Discord.
was busy at work.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I was like,
What do you do? What do you do for a living?
I'm
government stuff. Look out.
You're hesitating.
I'm just
Oh, no.
a manager of a kitchen.
Mhm.
Probably one of the busiest pizza kitchen in Indianapolis.
Holy crap, dude.
So that's why
You're slinging dough in a pizza
This
kitchen?
is my weekend
Excellent.
off. Everybody else is at work right now.
So nothing's getting done over there, right? Nothing.
Absolutely
It's
not.
just complete.
You having to check in and be like, those pies were supposed to be delivered 20
Nope.
minutes ago. Good for you. Good for you. It's awesome.
Oh, that's
Tony,
fantastic.
so
Yes,
you
sir.
brought the cheese curds from Wisconsin.
I did bring the cheese curds from Wisconsin.
Did you have the Wisconsin cheese curds at the Village last night?
I did. Oh, I did. What?
I wanted you to compare because I wanted to.
Darn it.
Because Joe Lewis, actually, Bill Joe Baggins,
Yes.
throwing some shade. He said that the Village's Wisconsin cheese curds are better than the ones he just had in
The
Wisconsin.
Village's Wisconsin cheese curds were better than the ones that he had in
That's what he
Wisconsin.
said. That's
Okay.
what he
That's
said.
kind of crazy.
I
But
wonder
they're
how.
Wisconsin cheese, so
See, but is
You're
that,
offended, aren't you? You should be.
Well, I was going to ask if
Just say it.
I was going to ask if it's imported cheese, but I mean, my cheese was also imported cheese because I brought it here myself.
can't
so.
we even make cheese in this country anymore?
Jeez, man. It's just all cheese discrimination.
Picked it
It's
up at the,
unbelievable. It's terrible.
Picked it up at the Mars Cheese Castle. So there's a castle in Wisconsin, actually.
There's a
It's-
cheese castle.
There's a cheese castle.
Is it a
in
legit
Wisconsin.
castle? Like
It is. Oh, I wish it was. No, it looks
Made out of cheese lane?
made out of cheese.
well, that's
so-
not what I meant, Ezra.
Okay, sir.
And here's me. I'm doing the stereotypical Wisconsin thing. I'm like, let's talk about cheese. Let's talk about the Duff Hackers.
That's what she wants.
Johnny's just like, all right, that's where we're going with it. I mean, let's.
Yeah.
I mean, we did that in here earlier. I don't know if Lane was in here for that when we talked to Mel B about boomerangs. I got educated.
Well,
right?
bat wings? Is that what you said?
Boomerangs. No, we're not.
Boomerangs.
Good God,
They're a
son.
weapon.
But the indigenous people, it's sacred to them. It's something with it, I don't know.
And you were making light of it?
No, we were-
Typical
well,
Ezra Kerr.
I just,
a boomerang? We like.
I didn't know.
It's the
I
best
figured
toy.
Everybody in Australia had one. I don't know.
Oh my god!
I know. I'm an idiot. I didn't know.
Wow.
In my defense, Chase was there too, and he led me into the question. So.
Kangaroos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And they call their mums wallabies. So all of our Australian uppers, please don't take
Sorry.
Ezra Kirk's comments as gold.
it's Mel B's fault. Just blame her.
Wow, so now you're blaming the Australian?
I'm
oh,
no,
my.
all right.
Mel
Just-
is-
all right.
Mel's going to turn this
I'm gonna have a
off.
lot of editing to do on that after this
Yeah,
episode.
This is going in a different direction. So
I know.
for
It's
sure.
terrible. So let's get back on track here.
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
All right.
That's
so
what we do
so,
best.
So Tony, let me think here. So first of all, what do you think? I mean, party pretty. Is it? I mean, we doing okay? Is it?
This is.
Was it worth the
crazy,
trip,
right?
I guess?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, it was
Good.
worth the trip. This is, I mean, so I'm on the Facebook group, and I like, heart reacting to everything I see, honestly.
Yeah.
But besides
Heart
that,
reactions are the best. Yeah.
besides that, in general, I'm kind of a lurker because I get a little like, nervous, like, oh, I don't know. Hello, I'm reading the book today or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was one of my main concerns. That I'd be like, okay, I'll introduce myself, but who knows? Who knows what I'm getting into?
Yeah.
Definitely worth the trip. Obviously, your house is beautiful. Absolutely amazing.
And I can't take credit
He
for
put it-
any
he
of
put it
that.
himself.
Very,
Thank
very
you,
himself
Tony.
back in 1900.
I was gonna say, and the studio's the new add-on. So for the
Yeah. Well, thank you, man. It is. It's charming. We love it. It feels like a Hobbit hole, but it's best. I'll tell you what. It's best when. I mean, it's best every day because my girls are here and family's here. But like when we have events like this, it comes alive even more. It sparkles and it's filled with all this. I don't know, dude. There's magic in the air.
good energy.
Tangible.
Right.
Yeah.
Good energy.
Well, and so last year when you guys had the long expected party,
Yeah.
I was listening to those episodes and of course seeing the pictures coming out of it, and I thought, it's a 9-hour drive. That's a long drive.
Yeah,
but for the Midwest, it's funny enough that's not actually that long.
No, it's really not. Yeah.
If I want to go
It's
to,
just mind numbing.
Yeah. I mean,
it's well,
is
and
mind-numbing.
so because you're from out west, so
I'm just.
Or you're from
3
around.
hours west.
I've got you.
That's a baby drive.
Yeah.
I'm here next week, but
yep, he's back.
And I asked a couple of my friends, shout out to Trevor and David, actually.
Yeah.
Two of my best friends in the world. And they're like, I'm like, hey, do you guys want to come with me on this? And they just couldn't get off of work for the weekend, And
next
I'm like,
year, huh?
well,
Next year?
exactly.
Good.
And I've done signatures on the door on their behalf and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll, definitely next year we're going to have to try to do it. So,
Yeah. That'd be cool.
But yeah.
That'd be cool.
Well, it's been a joy having you, man. I mean, it's dude, and that shirt yesterday. Where did you get a tie-dye podcast shirt?
If I may,
Yeah.
I don't want to cross promote or
No,
do
I
anything
want a
weird
shirt. I'm
here.
going to wear it on an
is that-
episode.
is that-
copyright.
So that's so that's the if you know the McElroys, my brother and me, the Adventure Zone, Sawbones,
Yeah, I've heard.
Schmanners. Oh, hang on, I can keep going. They have a website.
Okay.
That's their online store, and I
Okay.
think it's themcElroyfamily.com.
So you're telling me I could purchase one of these?
Yes,
Is that what you're saying?
sir. Yes, sir. You can.
It's going to happen.
And it's tie-dye. It just says the word podcast.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it, dude.
And what's funny about that is that I actually got it from, I just mentioned him before, David. He accidentally ordered a couple extras by mistake. They were the wrong size, and he goes, "Hey, do you just want my extra ones?" And then we did a little exchange.
That's a great friend. That's a Sam move right
That
there.
is
It was a Sam move. No,
Wow.
David's been my Sam for many years. I'll tell you what.
Wow, that's so cool, man.
Yeah,
That's cool.
for
Hero
sure.
of the story.
Yes.
Brandon, who is your Sam?
Oh boy.
Do you mean?
Oh,
Do you mean in real life or?
In real life.
Oh well, we're getting.
Is that? Are we getting? I'm sorry, I just got real
We just went
deep.
real deep.
Well, that's Tony's fault. It's not my fault.
Tony took us there, and then we're pushing this over on Brandon.
I honestly don't know if I have one of those because nothing compares.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
but there's got to be somebody who's like
Samwise
nothing.
is the hero, but
Wow.
Yeah.
See, what he just said is very
it's
deep.
kind of I do.
So what you're saying is there's only one Sam in your life, pretty much.
yeah,
right?
pretty much, and you already named him.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing. And you know what? I mean,
Wow.
he's someone who we can experience in Tolkien's work. Like, he's real. I mean, so we can literally, he's there.
Yeah.
Real quick, while we're sitting here,
super
quick
deep.
break. We want to say,
That was pretty down. I don't know if I
thank
can't
you to
process
Bill
that
Joe.
one. Bill
Thank
Joe
you
leaving?
very much. Yeah, we just wanted to say
Oh,
thank you.
and Annalise,
and,
too.
Thank you, Bill Joe.
It was quite the experience. I absolutely loved this. It was such a wonderful birthday. But the best 111st birthday a Hobbit could ask for.
Good friend. We're always glad. It's amazing to have you. You know,
Well, thank you very much, good sir.
Goodness.
Good time, cousin.
Oh yeah, you guys are related, aren't you?
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Forgot about that.
Seen each other in quite a while.
You're taking over at Bag End, right? That's the plan. I mean, he's moving out.
If
I mean,
rent's free.
Oh yeah.
What the heck?
Oh, just move down ahead. Yeah. It's,
Go down and get.
Give it to the SBs if I got to pay for it.
no. Well, if you beat the SBs there, well, I know they're next, but I mean, whatever. You know, maybe we'll write. Well, Bill Joe write you in the will or something.
Rent
What
control.
is going on?
Yeah.
Right into the will of Bill Joe.
Oh,
Baggins.
they're cousins.
Dying, yeah.
They're related.
Yeah, Brando Baggins. I know. Didn't
yeah.
you see the outfit?
Yeah, Brando Baggins, and yeah, they're
killing it, dude.
They're related.
Lane turns away for a minute, and all of a sudden,
Yep, we went. Well, we could have. I mean, you're lucky. I was being nice there. I could have taken you down a dark path there, the Lane Smith path.
Okay.
I chose not.
I got
to,
a
though.
question for you guys.
Oh, well,
Yes.
no.
We
At
really
what-
hate each other. Yeah.
At what freaking point did you realize this was what you wanted to do? Like, there has to be a single point, not just like, oh yeah, no, I thought a couple weeks back that sounded fun.
I mean, I mean,
Where
like,
was it?
wow.
So I mean, you.
It
you
was
remember?
very serendipitous, man. I mean,
was- it
we
was-
just talked about it last night.
It was right there, right? I mean, it was
It was right in that kitchen. Right in that kitchen.
right in the.
were-
We did talk about it last night. I mean,
We did.
I
So I hadn't seen. Go ahead. Yeah.
well, yeah, we hadn't seen each other in quite a bit. We go get some coffee, and we're catching up. Was it that day?
It was because no, I think it was a couple weeks later.
Couple
it
weeks later,
was
yeah.
because. No. It was longer than that. It was
Oh yeah, I mentioned this.
I
we
had
were
been
talking back in
watching
the summer. Yeah,
I'd been watching his Rebel Watch stuff.
right. We were doing the podcast.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I think I saw it on Facebook. I'm like, wow, I can watch Ez on YouTube. I'm
Yeah.
doing it. And so I would watch, and it made me realize how much I missed Ez. We were in high school together. We really bonded in college. We had all of our education courses were together.
Yeah.
We were like the only
Stuck
two
together.
guys in there. It was early ed, so it's a bunch of women teaching elementary school, and it was just the two of us, pretty much. And
the two of us. Just the two.
and but he graduated, went to school or went to teach. I taught. We were in different places, and just
Life
didn't
took us
really-
apart
Yeah,
a
didn't
little
really
bit.
stay in touch.
Yeah.
Neither of us are really good at getting back to phone calls or texting, so that was
Same.
that.
Terrible.
Yeah, okay, so
Honestly, terrible.
I don't know if it's laziness or living in the moment. But it was
Somewhere
yeah.
between.
I called him up, like, dude, let's get coffee or something. Let's hang out. You
Yeah.
were available,
Yeah.
and then
We
how'd
wanted
you
to
come
keep,
back?
We wanted to keep hanging out.
I know.
And we're like, oh,
do you have
this
something or
is-
I have
this is cool.
something?
Huh?
Did you have something or did I have something
No, like, we
that day? It was like, well, we came back to the house.
Yeah, we came back here
Yeah,
and we were
okay.
talking, but eventually it was like around. It was in December because that was in like June. So to get to the one moment that Brandon's
Yeah.
talking about,
Yeah.
we had started talking there for about another 6 months or whatever. I've been just back. We've been talking before that, like texting and stuff. So about a year, and then we meet in Lancaster. 6 months later, back in here in the Shire, and I don't remember how we even got to the cover. We're just like we started talking about the show. You brought the show up.
Yeah,
to
the
me.
rights had just been, the rights were being shopped around to all the companies.
Oh, right.
Or all
Yeah.
yeah. So Amazon, Netflix, and I was like, dude, they're gonna make a show.
Yeah.
And I was like, what if we did a Lord of the Rings podcast?
So you knew that he already loved Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We
Both-
knew about
yeah,
it about
it
each
was
other. That
mutual,
was
okay.
a huge part of our friendship. Yeah.
I'm sure it was
big
like you
time.
guys just met and got coffee and was like, yeah, so I was thinking about Glorfindel the other day.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. it's just-
It was we had that shared interest for long. Even back in high school, we knew that we both loved Middle Earth, and then he developed this like interest in. Where did your thing for podcasting come from?
I don't know. I mean, well, I do. I mean, I don't know. We started a YouTube thing, and then I started listening to podcasts. I listened to a podcast, and I was like, this is pretty cool. And I actually just knew that I could talk for a long time about, anything, nothing. I could just talk forever. You guys want to sit and talk? Cool, let's sit and talk.
Right.
And I just
record it.
Kept going, and people kept telling me that's too long for a YouTube video. That's crazy. Yeah. So I was like, well, how do I do a podcast? And I'll figure that out. And so I took a week, spring break, and figured it out. Went crazy. Yeah. It's been nuts. That's a good question, Brandon.
That's a great question.
Took us 20 minutes to answer it.
Plumb the depths there, my friend. Yeah.
So quick, couple rapid fire questions, and we got to get a couple other folks in here. So,
geez, you kicking them out here or what?
I mean, I don't want.
Get them out of here.
I don't want people tearing those walls down. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So
they look fine to me.
Share the load.
I'm trying to think. What intel do we need? Favorite character? What do we need? Book, TV?
Yeah, why don't we do that? Favorite character and maybe like favorite other fandom, maybe.
That'd be kind of cool.
That cool?
So favorite character.
Like if you had to pick one, I don't want like 5 of them. I want if Lord of the Rings didn't exist, I'd be obsessed with blank.
Okay.
Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Favorite character would have to probably be Eowyn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Eowyn of the book or the movies? Because she's a badass in the book.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true.
Jeez, she tells Aragorn what's up.
Right.
And she...
he played her off in the movies.
No, there was been a little love triangle thing there.
And I got to be honest, Miranda Otto did an amazing.
She did do a really good job.
An amazing job.
She was both sensitive and fierce.
You know.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't know. Just in general. Oh my gosh. Like in general, Rohan is like the whole. Like that speaks to me the most. You know, just being out in the fields. You know, and just nothing but you and the land below, you know, beneath you, etc. You know,
wow.
And the mountains in the distance, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And then, more importantly, not really having to worry about all the, you know, all the nonsense out east and everything like that.
Yeah,
you know?
They are kind of sort of. They had been not protected, but sort of sheltered in a little bit.
Yeah, in a little bit. I mean, until Saruman started up with his nonsense, is how I'm going to phrase it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's you know, like I think they were doing pretty well for themselves.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But no, of all the Erlingus and you know people from there, it's like Eowyn, oh man, she encompasses so much, you know, because you know she's a shield maiden, but she's also you know she knows how to stand up for herself and say no, I'm done with this, you know, the old world. You know what I mean? Just like that's not the way that things should be anymore.
Right.
You know,
just breaking it. Yeah.
And just and what else? Like, I mean, think about when, in my opinion, when the books were written, that's 1940s or whatever. Could you imagine that message? You know, coming out at that time.
It's like ahead of his time, man.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I think,
or just the way people should have been thinking all along, right? I guess you know.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
But ultimately, no, she's definitely got to be top favorite character for me. Honestly,
I love it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite other fandom?
My favorite other fandom would have to be the.
One more time. Think.
The. And for all those people who just have the podcast player where it cuts out the silence, I can just sit and think for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at any rate, I would have to say the Song of Ice and Fire series by George R. R. Martin.
Okay.
The books, not necessarily the television show.
Yep.
So, as far as production value and you know acting, etc. You know, chef's kiss. It was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, but like plot wise, you know, I've been a fan of those books since around high school. You know, we discovered them right after.
That's
That's
awesome.
Right after number 3 came out. And so we're doing the very slow, calm, casual wait for each consecutive, piece of literature to come out.
I mean, Tony's been in it for a while. He's been in it for a while.
That's nuts.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
that's awesome.
And the first book I ever read of those was a copy from a friend who it didn't have a cover. Like that's how old that particular copy of the book was.
Wow.
Where I'm like, what am I reading? I don't know, but I'm just gonna keep going.
I don't know that universe. Is that pre-show that you started reading the books?
Oh yes.
Yeah, that would
yes,
have
it was. Mm-hmm. And then when
that's cool. I respect that. I like that a lot.
Right, and so when the show came out
early on,
it was the strangest thing because, and I feel like potentially this might be the situation for the Amazon Lord of the Rings show too, is that you're going to get a lot of fans coming in brand new who have never really given it that much time.
Yeah.
But now they're like, oh, have you? I'm really invested in this and this and this. So yeah.
Yeah.
And he found the Vegemite.
Please, somebody throw that away.
Has anyone eaten the Vegemite?
it's so
I
good.
have, and I had
It
to
tastes-
wash my mouth.
I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let Mel know. It tastes just like Marmite.
It's very
Almost
close.
exactly the same.
It's very close.
I'm out on
So-
both.
All right. Okay.
Apparently, you're not supposed to just take a spoonful and put it in your mouth.
Mix it with some butter, and you're doing all right.
That's a little of American stupidity for the Australian listeners.
That's
there,
right.
so.
That's beautiful, Tony. Okay, Brandon.
Yes.
Has that been enough time for you?
Yep.
What are you thinking?
Okay. All right.
What are you thinking? Favorite character?
Can you-
Galadriel.
We need him closer.
Oh, yeah.
Galadriel, 100%.
Galadriel?
100%.
Yeah.
For a few reasons.
Okay.
Her beauty alone was enough to turn like an entire age of dwarven hatred towards elves. Like it took what, 8 hours, and he was like, oh well, geez, I just want to look at you once again.
It's true.
And then the freaking gift that she gives him, I don't know if you guys understood the importance of that. The 3 hairs.
Yeah.
Because Feanor was a dick.
Yeah.
I can say that.
Yeah, absolutely. This
some
is a bit-
knowledge.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
he was totally though.
Got some knowledge, dude.
Yeah.
He asked 3 times and got denied. And
Yep.
again, when he looked at Legolas, and I was like, "You got 3 hairs," and he was like, "Bet."
I mean, that's a good point. Yeah, that is a good. Yeah. When did that happen? That was like a long. That was.
That's before I'm on Hin.
Yeah. I was just watching a YouTube video about that the other day, actually. Because I've been trying to do character studies and stuff, and I remember...
That one guy that you've shown me? What's that channel called?
Whoa, God, what is... There's a couple.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
Men of the West is one.
Men of the West, yeah, is
and,
one.
There's a couple other ones
All
that
the
are
animation.
really good. They do character studies just of those... the elves, essentially, because they've been around for forever. And remember I was telling you, Galadriel's story?
Yeah,
the other day I was
very
talking about it,
deep
I was just
and
like,
long and
what?
complex
I was
and-
like, this is nuts, you know, and her... Did she take a part in the kinslaying? Oh, did she not? All that kind of stuff, and she wasn't allowed to come back, and then she is.
Wow.
And it's complex. Isn't it?
I know. In the movie, she has a good part in the Stairs of Carathungol when she picks him back up.
Yeah.
But I think in the books, that's just reflected in them speaking Elvish when they don't have any idea what they're saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The whole scenario is different, but it's like her being still that late in the movie, like when you kind of expect Tom Bombadil to come back.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's there.
Well, and that's what I remember.
Oh,
like
that's so true.
The heroine of the story, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
They talked about as what was the producer or not the producer, like his editor or whatever thought, oh, this is when Tom Bombadil's coming back, and then no, it's actually not. It's like whoa, that's crazy.
Too busy holding the fan.
That's good.
Is Tom Bombadil going to be in the Amazon TV?
Don't tease me, dude. Don't tease me.
I would love
All right, that's for the next episode.
Only if you can reanimate Robin Williams.
Yeah, really.
I can't even.
Hologram.
Fandom.
Yes.
One fandom.
I mean, really, I have impartial interest in a lot of things, but the only thing that really takes precedence is Lord of the Rings. Like, I mean, there's the Star Wars lore, there's
that's
Game of Thrones lore, but all of it, nothing really connects. Like, because it's all. I love it because it's a love of nature. And that's my favorite thing in the world.
Dang, man.
Yeah. So I can't really. Yeah, I love Star Wars because space and zaps and zoops.
Right.
And I like leaves and bark.
Yep.
So there's nothing that compares.
You got a really good point. That's a really good argument. Like the appreciation for nature and life, and
that's what it's all about. I mean,
it is what it's all about.
The freaking fox that has his own opinion.
My man. Do you have one of those stickers?
I got that sticker, bud.
Did you?
I traded the calendar for it.
I would have given you one.
It doesn't matter. I was so stoked.
Oh, man. That's awesome. That's actually in the front of my fellowship book. I put that sticker because that's my favorite.
Oh, that's fun.
One of my favorite moments, man. He is. And people will argue
best
that,
line from the book.
Yeah. And people will
Hands
argue
down.
too that or defend that Middle Earth is actually a character in the story.
It is.
That's why he pays so much attention to. I don't know. What are you supposed to say about that? It's how we should view our world. I think he's teaching us a lesson there that the Earth it is a resilient place, but it needs cared for. It should be respected and valued. So
And if I may, on my way into Amanda yesterday, I saw a wild fox on the side of the road.
Oh, man.
First wild fox I've ever seen in my life.
That's too much, man.
Too much, Tony.
So it's like
that's real life.
So I mean, the fox is here, man. So the fox is here with us.
That's lit. That's lit.
I hope a coyote didn't get it.
Jeez,
or a car for that matter.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh. No.
All right. Hey, thanks, guys.
This was
You guys
awesome,
are
fellas.
the best.
Appreciate
Thank
it
you.
very
Thank
much,
you very
guys.
much.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Let's just hit record. You won't be. We're just going to hit record. We got to talk to Tara. And we've only got like.
Yeah, no, you don't.
What time
So
is
do
it?
I put these on?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Jess will pop in whenever, and then we're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna see if Phil and Chase and those guys want to sit down here and do this, and we can go out there and chat.
Absolutely.
Oh, hello.
Go for whatever.
I mean, yes.
I'm so nervous.
Does Amanda want
No,
to jump on too?
you're not.
At some point?
Yeah, Amanda, do you want to?
Do you want to record it? Yeah, I know it's Amanda squared.
I mean, we could literally
You
get all
wanna be
three of you
recorded
on
at
here.
some
You wanna
point?
hop in? You
Come
sure?
on.
Okay.
You missed out on the village
might,
last night. You don't want to miss out
if
on the
you're more,
podcast.
I mean, here's the thing.
This is
I
a
mean,
good group to be in right here.
It's true.
Yeah.
True story.
Is it?
Is it real?
We're involved, so I didn't mean you two. I meant Lane and I. No,
It's really not
don't
that.
be nervous.
I mean, if you were with professionals, you should be nervous. But since you're with us, it's like
It's amateur hour.
Jeez, these guys. You know.
Can I take a picture?
Is this AV Club or something?
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
you know, absolutely.
Of the mics. Why don't we get a picture of both of you?
Yeah, we should. We should.
This is dope.
La-dee-dun-dun.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Watch this.
It's like
I'm gonna take a picture of you.
camera.
She's so
Watching
sweet.
Ready for this? Boom. Boom.
How is she still awake, dude? You
Elena, do you want to get interviewed?
Boom.
want to be on the podcast?
You want to be on a podcast, Pumpkin?
Here we go. Phil, stay. No, Phil, stay right there.
She's like, no.
I'm getting everybody in that shot. Perfect. Perfect. All right, is that a video? Oh my.
Jiminy.
Ah,
A
Jiminy.
video.
Okay. So, Lane. I'm sorry. Tara. Jessica. Oh, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Can't wait for you to see that.
Can you do me a favor? Can you just put that device
Near
this is
your
gonna
mouth?
sound This is not cheesy.
Oh my God,
Stop, Lane.
You want me to put what near my mouth?
Nothing. I can't believe she said that.
Excuse me?
We are using
I love
that. It's
that.
going to be the intro to every
What
appendices
in your-
from here on out.
What had just happened?
She just said something.
Is this the Howard Stern show?
I'm
What's
done.
going on?
I'm retiring.
You got to
I'm
clean this
retiring
up as.
from podcasting.
I had to clean it up, so do
I'm
you.
the guy who gets caught midway through an awkward phrase. Remember, it was Jess last time where I said, "What did I say about Jess?"
You asked what I was wearing.
That's right, but I stopped myself
About
halfway
what?
through.
What
I was
did
like,
she say?
I was like, Jess, what are you wearing?
Oh my gosh!
And I just
that's
stopped and I
right.
meant to say because I was like, oh, that's going to sound bad. But then I was like, you already said it,
I
you
think
dummy.
I'm the one who called it out. I
You
was
already
like,
said it,
bro. You just said.
I,
what are you
and I
wearing?
finished it. I was like, what are you wearing to the party? Is what I was going. You
Yeah,
know?
but what came out was, what are you wearing, Jess?
No, I actually didn't say Jess. I said
Is this
Jess.
really how we're starting my first
said,
time on the podcast?
Jess, what are you wearing? And oh my God, what is
Well,
wrong?
it's memorable if nothing else.
I mean, it's gonna be the most popular episode
You
we've
never
ever
asked
done.
me what I'm wearing, so.
Because I already know. Nothing.
I was
naked.
already
Yeah.
awkward. Now
It's
it's a little
great.
more awkward.
It's fantastic.
Good.
So, Lane, I want you to kick this off for us. So we got two lovely ladies sitting here with us.
Yeah, we've got Jess from Montana. We've got Tara from New Jersey. It's a lovely accent you have.
Oh yes.
So,
Yeah, it is.
so I can talk about how I remember these two girls within the group. So,
Okay,
Jess, I remember very early on a picture of, I think it was with your Tolkien story. You sent in a picture of Montana. It was like from the top of a mountain or something, the view.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been obsessed with Montana because it's literally the land of mountains. You know?
Right. Yep.
I don't know if you know that. Montana.
It's the land
is
of
Anna's
It
mountains.
translates to I got
Yeah,
it.
you don't speak Japanese, so
I've
you don't know.
never.
Oh, did David
Wow.
find you about
Yes,
that?
he did.
Oh,
I gave him the
my-
songs of Japan.
So.
CD.
Yeah, okay.
So we're good.
Oh my.
I gave him the songs of Japan.
All right, that's too many levels.
Too many. Yeah.
So I remember Jess from that,
Okay.
and I remember
Good.
just very, very friendly, very kind,
Yes.
just wonderful. And then,
And then we met her. No, I'm
and then,
just-
yeah, wow.
Yesterday.
I mean,
Wait, what?
in a good way. Go
Okay,
ahead.
let's move on.
Go ahead.
And then I remember Tara from just being in the group, and then she actually sent me this incredible history to my house because I think I had mentioned it.
Oh,
Was I mentioned it
yeah.
on a podcast once?
Yeah.
Yes.
And she's a librarian. She has access to all these
Research,
records
yeah.
that most of them are public, and I'm just an idiot and don't know how to use them. But she literally sent me. It was a Facebook message, right? Of from the time this land we're on right now was sold.
Yep.
All the way to the people who had it right before us.
Right. You mentioned it on the podcast, and then you posted a picture that you found that looked a lot like your
That's
house.
right. That's right.
And I was really intrigued, and I was like, oh, I want to find out if that is his
Yes.
house.
And fun story, I actually found that house.
Oh, awesome.
It's like 2 blocks that way.
Nice.
And you can totally tell that it wasn't ours. So, but anyway, so just like, it was so cool. I was like, how thoughtful. I remember showing Sarah and saying, how thoughtful is this?
Yeah.
How cool is this? Like, this is the history of, because we're obsessed with our home and the history of it right there. It's something I've always wanted to know. And then I found out tonight, Tara was like, yeah, most of that is public access.
Yeah, you could have got that anytime
like,
you wanted, but
But I don't know how to use that.
I just wanted to
Tara.
stress that I wasn't like.
Yeah, she thought it was going to be weird. She was like, is this weird that I sent you this? And I was like, no. Is it weird that I don't find it weird? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. No.
Actually been wanting for
Wonderful.
a while.
So, so
That's
wonderful
awesome.
ladies here.
Yeah,
sitting in the studio.
So, initial thoughts on the long expected party. We'll start with Jess. Is it?
Will you be back? Did it suck?
Is it crazy?
Or
Is
did
it
we bumble through
ridiculous?
the entire
What would
thing?
you tell people, other uppers who are listening?
It's everything I wanted it to be and more, probably. And I will for sure be back if you'll have me back.
That needs to be on a T-shirt. Everything I wanted it to be and more.
Yes. In quotes.
So we forgot to tell you guys that Jess is
We're
our
not
new
paying them.
communications director. She is in charge of communication this going forward. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, cool. I mean, so that's good. That's a good thing because we were a little bit nervous. Hey, Goldberry, how are you?
Are you drunk? Get in
No, I've
here.
been making things, doing stuff.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
Lane.
She's work drunk.
Are you
Tara, have
kidding
you
me?
enjoyed being at the long expected party?
Absolutely.
I'm not getting here. I just was saying hi.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll miss you.
she can get in if she.
Have you enjoyed the party?
I have. And a couple days ago, I started re-listening to your podcast from the beginning. And like in your many meetings episode, you're talking about what you're hoping for the future. And it was just the two of you guys at the dinner table or the dining room table.
I'm getting misty-eyed here.
You kept talking about how you wanted it to be a community.
Oh my gosh, I don't even remember saying that.
It was beautiful. And like I came here today and this is such a community. It is like everything you wanted it to be, everything I could have wanted, just like Jess said.
You literally can't start crying or else I'm going to start crying too.
See-
So you got to lock it up.
See, I gotta hold it together. Come on. What
man.
would Eric
Come on,
want to
man.
do? He would cry.
He would cry his eyes
So
out, bro.
here's the crazy thing. I have been in a stupor all day because it literally I'm looking around right now and all I'm seeing is profile pictures.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But they're talking and moving and
Yeah.
walking around. I feel like it's
Yeah.
got to be a virtual simulation. We have to be in Westworld or something because it can't be real.
Oh, jeez.
Well, not literally.
I got you.
What I meant was this can't be it's reality.
Yeah.
Because I was like, for sure, maybe some people won't get along or there'll be some kind of weird misunderstanding or something. And no, it's been like harmonious, elven, whatever.
Chill zone.
Except for the kinslaying ship was bad, right? When they killed the ships.
Yeah, that was bad. We got to talk to Sherrison about that. I don't know.
And that was Sherrison, wasn't it?
They glossed it. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
she
she
actually
kinda led that.
participated in the
participated.
Whatever. Did I say participated?
I think you've been drinking too many perches, my friend.
Not enough, right? Right, Phil? Not enough. Okay. All right.
Are you guys pitching a tent tonight, by the way, you and Phil?
Yeah, we're gonna be out in the backyard.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
we're
there
gonna be,
any- So
just
why didn't
chilling.
Oh, they're helping
is
each
there
other pitch
anything
their tents.
wrong with that?
Look at Jen over there.
Pitching a tent.
We're pitching a tent in the backyard. Seriously,
I wasn't asked. I feel
Seriously,
kind of
Jess,
offended I
what is it
wasn't
with
asked.
you in like losing costumes and like what's
Don't
going?
even
I mean,
Wait,
good
says the guy who's
God.
not wearing a costume.
Yeah,
Hey,
that was
hey,
made
hey.
for him,
There's-
custom.
There's a story. There's a story.
There's
and all
lots of
that.
stories.
You lost
I've
your
already-
wizard costume too.
Well, I mean,
There
no.
was one being made for him, and he.
I can't be. I couldn't beat it. I copped out. I'm whatever. I'll explain it later. It's long story.
Okay.
Long story. Moving on.
We've heard that one before.
Back to how when Jess is on the podcast, things just like people say pitching tent. I don't. What is wrong with
I
people?
think we both. I think.
I did not say that first.
No, that's what I'm saying. Right? You didn't say it. I'm saying, what is it with you? It's just weird. It's all right. Moving on.
You're sweating from the tips of your hair again.
But because you bring up all right, whatever. You move us along.
Don't be embarrassed about pitching a tent with Phil. It's cool.
I'm not.
Look him in the face and say, "I will pitch your tent."
Wow, Jesus. We had eye contact and I broke it. I can't.
It's intense, isn't it, dude? I'm
can't.
looking at myself right now.
It's intense. It's intense.
Oh, Jiminy. All right, that's
Actually,
enough.
Brandon Sheline is camping out in the backyard too, and he said, "It's my full intention to camp out." And I said, "Intention?" He was like, "Dude, I didn't realize I did that."
Oh, that was crazy. So
Don't
cool.
rub it in.
Let me think here. When, for each of you, roundabout when did you guys start listening to the podcast? How long have you been listening?
She's been listening longer than I have.
I started in February 2018, I think.
So right after we started, kind of?
February
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, I probably picked up when you were.
So you're like an
only
OG.
like a couple.
Because Tara Lynn's a name we've been
chapters
saying
in.
for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And so is Jessica. I mean, I can't even say your last name very
Say
well.
Jessica?
I'm gonna literally take this and pour it on myself if you don't calm down.
Why would?
Can you put that
Okay.
a little closer to your mouth?
God, I'm getting people are burning me left and right here. Seriously, I can't even
Denbor.
function. See, do you
Right?
guys see what happens to me? Okay, and you wonder like why I'm so
Are you getting picked on?
that's here we go.
Okay.
Poor Ezzy.
Let's take the heat off Ez for a
Thank
second.
you.
So you have said my name right from the beginning, from like the first
Yes.
podcast. You even said it. It's Denbor.
See, I told you.
Have I think I've been saying it wrong. Did I say it right?
You
What have
said
you
it
said?
wrong once, but then you
Denbor.
corrected yourself actually.
Denbor.
Denbauer, it's Denbor. I have.
You know
Can
I
I say
can't
something
say
else
words
like
right.
inappropriate? This is an appendices, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the way that you won't forget it is that it's Denbor like dumb whore, and then you won't forget it after that.
Can I also
Jess,
say?
I'm done. You
Can I
are
say
at
something?
another level
Yeah.
right now.
If you malapropicize it, it's bend over, which sounds like bend over.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have such a bad reputation on this.
This
See?
is ridiculous.
no.
You also were the girl wearing the.
No, we don't
Okay.
even need to talk about that.
I
So
won't.
sorry if I just yelled on the podcast.
Some.
It's fine.
Let's
Wow.
rein it back in.
Everyone, yeah, okay.
Guys,
Thank
stop
you.
sweating.
Thank you, young man.
I am a
That's
nice
not gonna
lady,
happen.
I swear.
Let's move on to Tara, who is much more, just like let's go to her.
That's a great point. Jay says, "Why aren't we on Discord right now?" Because
so-
everyone's here. That's why.
I am really worried.
Yeah, anybody who'd be listening is here right now.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's very
probably,
true.
Probably.
It's live Discord.
So okay, so yeah, you both have been. I mean, your names have been mentioned quite a bit on the podcast from the get go. So let's talk about their Tolkien stories just a little bit. Like I know we've had them both on the show, but like, I mean, again, just to hear it in your own voice, I think it's kind of cool, right? Just for our listeners and stuff. Like, first book you read, the first Tolkien book you read. When did you read it? You remember?
Okay.
You
Yeah.
remember? Yeah.
Yeah, I read The Lord of the Rings after the Fellowship of the Ring movie came out because I had to find out what happened.
Yeah. Okay. That's like me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And somebody had told me like, oh, they left all this stuff out. The hobbits went and they met some crazy guy in the woods.
Oh,
And
my.
I was like, what? I have to find out what this is.
Wow.
So
That's
yeah,
cool.
I had to read the book after seeing the first.
They're
first
great
two
hooks, aren't
movies.
they? The films.
Oh yeah.
Because you're like, wait, there's a book version of this?
Yeah.
What? I remember being a seventh grader going, my life's about to change.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna enjoy reading for once. It's gonna be great.
Yes.
No.
And I had so many questions about the world. Like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
Aragorn's a ranger. What even is
Yeah,
that?
what is a
and I just
ranger?
wanted all
Right.
these details.
Right.
And
Right.
the book's
Oh, that's a great
delivered.
point. Great point.
Yeah. Okay. Jessica, keep it clean, please. I don't know how you're gonna do this, but like it's just a book.
I have a very innocent story to the beginning of this.
Okay.
I was in second grade when I first saw the movie with my mom.
Okay.
And so I was like pretty young, and it was like.
You just made me feel very old.
Yeah, you made me feel. Thank you for that.
I'm ancient.
Ancient
in comparison.
Yeah.
We're.
But
I was 14. All right. I had sideburns. Sorry, Jen's throwing shade over there in the shadows.
Weird flex, but okay.
Sideburns, guys.
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah. I did have sideburns. They were.
I wasn't that much younger than you probably, but I was really young when I first saw it, and then so I really grew up with it, and then I watched the movies for the first time, fell in love with it, watched the rest of them, and then read the first. I read The Hobbit and I read the whole series actually when I was in 5th grade for the first time, and then I've read them every year since then.
You read them in 5th grade?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's epic.
Did not. I don't think I really took it in for what it was until like much later, but I tried.
Wow.
Because Philippa Boyens in the appendices of the movie said that she had read it every year since she was like 15 or 16.
Yep.
And I was like, well, I'm 10, and I'm going to do it every year since
And
I
have
was
5
10.
more years.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Wow. Have you done that?
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Mhm.
I just feel inferior right now. This is crazy.
Well,
all
you
different
should.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
love
am.
when you feel inferior.
Thank
It's,
you.
you start sweating even more.
Jeez, cow.
It keeps
Sarah,
you
help me
humble,
out.
man.
Help me out.
Okay, so I have a
He's
question.
pretty brutal.
Can I ask you guys a question? A weird one? Can I ask you another one?
It's already got pretty weird, so yeah.
Can I ask you 2 more? Okay.
This is
When
your
you
this is
envision,
your
mind. Speak
this is
your
your
mind.
podcast.
when you
your mind.
envision the LBPT,
My
the
God.
lower back ponytail for those of us not watching at home,
Oh my God. Oh.
what does your mind's eye see?
Oh God.
And this is specifically for Ezra.
Here's the
Ezra's
thing.
lower back ponytail.
Here's the thing. Go ahead and say what you're gonna say. I will. There's a big reveal coming later tonight.
Really?
So let's just go ahead, Tara. What thoughts on the? Do you
What
think it's
color
real?
is
First
it?
of all,
Is it braided? How long?
where do you think this story? Why do you think this story?
Where does it start?
originated?
Where does it end? Kind of a deal.
Do you think we're making it up?
Yes.
Okay. Well, hope is a dangerous thing. It's a dangerous thing.
You learn a lot when you shower together, right? Okay.
I can't.
Okay.
It's kind of like a mature rating.
I can't validate
Yeah,
that.
this one. I mean, it's literally Jess's fault, so it's just
I was
taken
gonna
off.
say you can't even blame that
It's
one on me. That was
taken-
not me.
That was
I
all
mean,
me. I'll
is
take
it
credit
like
for
your
it.
We're
You're
talking
red
about
tail?
a lower back
Okay.
ponytail.
But
I don't
longer?
know what to do here.
But longer or about the same length?
I can't imagine it longer. I mean,
Okay. All right. Excellent. It is very long, but that's a good guess.
Okay.
Jess, what is your mind when you close your eyes and go
Braided
yeah,
or
the
unbraided?
LBPT?
I'm so nervous to say anything. I don't know what to say.
It's
I don't
okay.
even know what we're talking
Just
about.
visual.
So here's the thing.
Oh, so you can't
Lane,
even picture it.
Lane often. See, okay. Jess is not always. She's busy. She's busy saving people's lives, being a nurse. Wow, I can't even say she's busy without somebody making it.
Jeez, well played.
Unbelievable. But so on Discord, from time to time, Lane has made the joke that
No. It started in Strawberries with Cream. I would type in something about
That's true.
your lower back ponytail.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Yeah. I get all the heat in Discord typically.
It's
for
becoming legendary though.
Yeah, and people are wondering if it's real. What does it look like? Do I braid it?
Could there
I
be
am
some
not
fan art?
wondering. I just like to point that out.
Darn it, Tara.
There's some of
What
us
did you
who
say?
do not want, who do
Darn
not
it.
wonder
Some
about
of us
it.
don't want to know it.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
Here to see it.
That's what Patreon is for.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have to make a whole another level then, guys. I mean, I tell you right. It's
I
a,
have a theory of what it is.
oh, Jiminy Christmas.
Everyone has an image.
Yeah,
I'm
is
glad-
it okay? Is it actually really? Yeah, I like that because
I think we need
there's
to
a
have
reason
a
Lane
nice,
thinks he
a nice
came up
big
with
work
something.
of art, tastefully done.
I'm really glad that the episode that we're on is talking about it's literally just dirty jokes and then talking about this.
It's ridiculous.
The LBP
The lower back ponytail.
LBPT.
Look it up. It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Oh.
Men have it. It's a
Some men
condition.
have it.
It's
Good.
Like on Google.
yeah. Go ahead, please.
Google not
Please,
images
Allie,
though, because you'll
please.
get some massive things.
Your phone will be destroyed after you.
You'll have to burn it.
Good.
You'll have to throw it in the fire.
Throw it in the
destroy
fire.
it.
Throw it in the fire.
Destroy it.
Destroy it.
Some Amazon recommendations. Show your Facebook feed. Red version.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, so more a legitimate question.
I'm crying
can you
right
rope us
now.
back in
I'm
here,
laughing
or-
so hard I'm crying.
Someone help us get back on to normal. What? Someone who's leading
Wow,
the
dude,
show.
seriously?
Help us out. We're derailed.
Does the audience have a joke for me? I'm doing stand up.
No.
Anyone? Line?
I do have a good
Say
joke
something.
for you, but I can't say it on the mic.
We've already
I
s-
won't. No.
No.
Not
I will.
Jess,
I will
but
edit.
later.
I will edit it out.
All right.
I will
Boy,
edit it
boys, lying
out.
to
Yes,
me.
I will. I will make it the most exclusive thing you can get.
This is
on
not
Patreon.
Silmaril
this is-
level?
No, this is gonna be a party goers only joke.
Oh my.
We actually can't. I will not even risk you editing it out. But let's just bring it back.
Yeah, to Middle Earth. Let's
Yeah.
come back to the
Yeah.
ground. of
Yeah,
Middle
yeah,
Earth.
yeah. Thank you.
Second
That's
grade.
ironic that
Yeah.
you're doing that. Yes. Okay. Second grade. Yes. Is that what you said? You've been reading
Chase
the
did.
story.
I echoed it.
Oh, okay. So no. Okay.
My
let's-
brain's empty too, so.
You're here at the party. It's been a bit crazy. You were telling me last time we were at the village.
Yes.
And you were talking a little about your, how you stumbled into our podcast, and I thought that was kind of interesting, just through some friends, mutual friends, and stuff. And I want you to say this. I want this recorded. So you heard about an unexpected podcast from another podcast, but you're only listening to an unexpected podcast. Is that correct? I mean, not only, but are you still listening to the other podcast?
Yes.
Darn it, Jess.
Okay.
As
I
much-
don't know what I was supposed to say, but yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. Cool. I was just trying to.
The
diss
one I
them.
burned my shirt for?
It's
that
the
one?
it's the podcast we don't talk about here.
Ah.
That podcast. Okay, so
It's a good thing she
Yeah.
wasn't here last year.
Jess,
Oh,
I'm sorry to break your
the
heart.
tea's all
Oh
over
my
the
God.
table.
Yeah, she's She's gonna get mad. She's gonna get mad.
I'm not gonna get mad at all.
I'm
talking about the other ones.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
I thought you didn't enjoy our time last year, and that really hurt me for a minute.
Good God. Please, someone let her on the podcast, for crying out loud.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so bring us home here, Lane.
Wait. Lena, you want to go to podcast?
Good job.
What?
I said,
Are you losing it right now?
I said, bring us home.
What is going on with you?
I'm done. I'm all.
That's a full beer.
See, here's the thing. I'm saving a special. Oh God, I can't even. Now I can't say anything without thinking dirty.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? We can't.
Anything
How
that
are
we
you
say
drunk
is
on
just
this?
going to be
Nothing. So we are. Just so you guys know,
I want to
everyone who's
apologize to
listening-
Jess and Tara and
I want to
everyone
apologize to them,
in
too.
the studio right now.
I want to apologize on behalf of Lane, and you were going to on me, right?
What?
You're going to apologize. You're going to apologize on me.
On behalf of you.
You're going to apologize, right? That's how we speak in the Shire. I am going to do a special
You're
appendices
confusing me.
with Jess. I wanted everyone to know about it.
I want a special appendices
See?
with Jess.
I told you I couldn't say it, Jess, without them like freaking out.
Well, that's like
thinking,
when you were on Discord, you said, "Oh, I don't have a special name for you yet."
name for you? Oh no. Okay, here you go.
Here's your special name I've given you.
Who did I do that to? Kira? I don't know. I'm sorry, Kira. Here, we are going to do. You have
What's
a story.
my special name?
She has a story she'd like to share eventually.
We do, yes.
And we're going to do that separately.
Yes.
Because it cannot be connected to any of this craziness that took place here. I can't believe Tara's involved in this, actually.
I know.
Tara's loving it.
You are a victim right now, and I'm so sorry.
No,
You're the innocent
she's
party.
enjoying this. Are you kidding me?
Okay, all right.
There's a lot of my giggling in this microphone right now.
That's good. Okay. So anyways, we're going to share the story about how Jess lost her costume. So stay tuned for that. It's very juicy, and I cannot wait to share it with all of you. That's what she said. Okay.
We should just get me a Scarlet A.
Oh.
Just wear on my shirt from now on.
Scarlet J.
Look what.
Oh.
Jeez.
It rhymed, but it doesn't make any sense.
All right. Tara, I'd like to thank you for putting up with this. Okay, you have been a.
Are you kicking Tara out?
No, I'm shutting this down. You have been a voice of like reason. You've been. I don't know. You should be doing my job right now. You should have
I think
the
we
mic.
kind of
and
are doing your job at this point.
You are, because I've completely lost control of the ship and we are going down. There's nothing I can do to stop it. Eject. I'll see you guys on.
What?
Eject.
Eject. Yeah, the ship's going down.
I was thinking of on a boat, water, and we were throwing you overboard. But you're ejecting from a starship
Starship. I'm sorry.
into space.
Right?
You got your gas mask on or whatever,
Chase,
your oxygen.
I don't know. Anyways, thank you, Jess.
I'm a
Thanks for
nice
having
lady,
us
and
on.
I have morals.
Yeah.
You do, and so I said thank you to Tara. I would like to apologize to you because I have no idea what just happened on this episode, and I cannot wait to edit it, and I cannot wait to post it. And you know what? By edit, I mean clip out the beginning, the ending, and just throw the whole thing up there raw because
I've never seen a human drown, and definitely not outside of water. But man, I saw it tonight, dog.
I'm drowning. I'm seeing trouble. I just went under. And I couldn't
So
get
much
back
sweat,
up.
and it's just it's a metaphor.
There's so many just innuendo stuff going on. I can't even.
It's like the opposite
I can't.
of Diggory and Polly in the pools is what's going on right now.
It's bad.
He
with you.
did just say he's going to throw it out there raw. I'm just saying, going to put that out there. It can't go
very
without
true.
saying.
Okay,
He did say that.
I'm going to need Chase and Phil to step in here and take over the recordings. I am retiring, and I will never be coming back to do this ever again. Thank you guys very much. This has been my final. This has been my final episode.
His last
It's been a good. Jess, you destroyed everything. She.
Don't blame her.
I'm the Smeagol. I'm the golem of this
I think
podcast.
you self-destructed, honestly.
I self-destructed. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. Who said don't blame her? Jen, you're right. Why do I do that? Why do I do
You
that?
were sweet. It's not your fault that he is naive and leaves himself open for every possible.
Attack. Yeah.
I was trying to come up with a really good. Joke,
No, it's an
but
attack,
that's
Jen.
okay.
Jen, it's an attack.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Jen.
Guys, I have my finger over the record button, and I will shut this down in 3, 2.
right, here we go.
You might wanna
Hello,
use that on
friends,
the tent
and
later
welcome
just
to an
be
unexpected interview. I'm Chase, and you're Phil.
Sorry, I'm messing with the microphone. I'm trying to type in.
That's what she said.
I have a feeling this one's not going to be any better than the last
No,
one.
no, probably worse, because I'm okay with it. So we have some friends today that want to talk about something. So go ahead and talk about it.
Anything at all.
We have Lane here,
Preferably
who's
I
supposed
was
to be
told
our.
that I was
our-
being interviewed.
So we're actually doing this.
Absolutely.
This is a real
Absolutely.
thing.
Would
This
you
is
like to run it? You take
this
it
is
as
like
a
this is like real. This is like the real thing right now.
We got to pull it together. This is an interview.
Holy crap! Okay.
We need a Tolkien story.
Okay. So how long? Okay. So tell us all listening who you are. Okay, and how long you've been in the group,
Okay.
and just a little bit about your journey to finding Tolkien.
Okay, so my name is Allie Waller, but I'm Alexandria on Facebook. I have been listening to this podcast since June of this year. Yeah,
Okay.
I found it because of Jenn Shepherd. She put me
One of the
on
Shire
to
rats,
it.
right?
Yeah,
Yep.
and she was like, "You should come to this party with me," like a couple months ago, and I was like, "Sure, whatever." And I didn't know what I was like getting myself into, so I started listening to the podcast then, and I'm not that far into it because it's really long.
Yeah, it is.
That's what she said.
It is very long. It is very long.
But
That's what she wants. That's not what she said.
Oh my god!
Wow, that escalated quickly.
Jen just jumping in there with the one-liners.
Okay.
Almost
Yes.
saw another murder.
well. All right, keep going.
So, Allie, have you enjoyed the long expected party so far?
Yeah.
I almost messed up the name of it.
Yeah, I have.
Yes,
It's
good.
been a lot of fun.
Have you met friends? Have you enjoyed the food?
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Good.
What's been your favorite thing to eat here?
Cake.
Yes.
Sweets.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that Bilbo's cake was really good.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah,
It was very
absolutely.
tall.
Absolutely. Yeah, very tall.
It was very vertical.
Very vertical.
Very vertical.
Opposite of what a hobbit would have, probably.
That's right.
Oh,
It was
my.
probably about as tall as
She
a
is-
hobbit.
She's taking your place as.
Yeah.
He's not even
That's why
here.
he's not in here.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, it is what it is.
So how long have you been a fan of The Lord of the Rings?
So I found Lord of the Rings kind of later in life. Like
Okay.
I watched the movies as a kid, but
Yeah.
like didn't pay attention
Yeah.
like enough to like really value them as I
Yeah.
do now.
Yeah.
So when I was like, I want to say 16, I watched the movie trilogy, like the standard ones first,
Okay.
and watched it because I started doing this activity. It's called Dagger Here, which is based off Lord of the Rings. That
Wow.
it's like LARPing, but it's a little more, I guess, intense. Like there's not like magic and like it's not tap fighting, but like you get to hit your friends with like foam swords and spears like as hard as you can.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
For anyone that doesn't know what LARPing is, can you tell us what it is real quick?
LARP is live action role playing.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I was going to ask eventually, but yeah, I
This
didn't know that.
game
That's
is
cool.
like considered like a boffer game. So boffer
Okay.
is like foam.
Like biffers and boffers?
Gophers.
No, I think that
Biffers,
term comes
boofers,
from
boofers.
somewhere else, but it's fitting for this.
Whatever.
But it's based on Tolkien loosely, and it was started in the 70s. So I was like, well, if I'm gonna play this game, then I better be familiar with like what I'm doing.
Yeah, yeah.
And so like I read the books and I watched the movies and the extended edition. I was like, yeah, this is amazing. I love this. This is everything I want to do. So like I
That's cool.
live in this world as much as I can, like every weekend. Like we have camp out events, and
Nice.
yeah, it's so much fun.
That's
I love
really
it.
cool. That's
Yeah.
really cool. Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
So, you know, you're saying that you watched the movies when you were younger, and then you eventually got into the books.
Mhm.
Okay. So, do you like one more than the other? Like, do you still hold the movies like in higher esteem than the books, or has that changed?
I will say, so for The Hobbit, I hold the book higher than the movie.
Okay.
But I think because my first exposure was with the movies, I'll probably like them more. I'll say that the books were really hard to read. Like, they're dull. Like, there's a lot of dull
Yeah.
parts.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
like, I can't say that, like, wow, that was an amazing book when I was done. But, like, it is a good story. And it's, like, the depth of it
Yeah.
and like how dynamic it is what I think is really like entrancing about it,
Yeah,
is
totally.
that you can get lost in it, and I love that. And
Yeah.
like, but I haven't read anything aside from like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. Like I have the Silmarillion, and I haven't even started it.
Pretty daunting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know. Every time I do start, I get like not even a chapter and a couple pages. I'm like, wow, I got to process this for a couple of years.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you guys to do it so you can hold my hand through it.
Yeah, we're gonna get lost together, bud.
It's gonna be great.
It's good. Well, hey,
Listening,
awesome.
I feel like listening to like books on tape helps a lot. Like I listened to The Hobbit, and that was better than reading it. Yeah.
Allie, very insightful. You should probably have your own podcast yourself.
You should.
I'm thinking like you're
All about
putting things
LARPing.
better than I've.
Do you
Yeah,
know-
yeah.
Do you know how many like spin-off podcasts y'all have inspired? Like for real, like we got Home.
Mine. Yeah.
We got Home. We got Reframed.
Yep.
What else we got?
Two of my favorite podcasts.
We got Further Up.
Further Up. Yeah,
That's
sure.
another spin-off.
Yeah.
And then probably some secret project that y'all are cooking up for another
I
spin-off.
can neither confirm nor deny.
I'm sure Ez has another one about to start.
Yeah,
With
so
some
we're about to
probably.
be like at 6 or 17,000 podcasts that Ez will be on, and Lane.
Who's your favorite character, Allie?
That's really hard
Could
for
you
me
pick-
to answer.
Yeah, pick one out or
Top 3.
I don't know. Let me think about it.
That's
Continue
fine.
talking, and let me think about
is there,
like
like-
a solid reason that I can't just like pick
That's
like
fine.
superficial
No.
characters, because then I don't want to give like a crappy reason. But
absolutely. Do you have a favorite region in Middle Earth that you like more than
Rohan?
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Rohan, y'all.
So
Yeah,
that one
yeah.
though is more tied to like real life stuff. So the game that I play, I was a part of a large group that was really closely like emulated off of Rohan. So
Oh,
like
cool.
the horse was like our unit symbol, and like
Yeah.
we did like armor that was very Rohan-esque, and
Cool.
like so it just like I don't know.
Yeah, it's got a place in your heart.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really neat.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
I guess along those lines, where would you want to live in Middle Earth?
This is always a hard one for me.
That's a good question.
There's so many different places.
Middle Earth is like it's rough. It's like not a pleasant
Yeah, it wouldn't
place
be
to live.
easy living, would it?
Yeah.
Maybe in the Shire you'd have a little.
I think I
more
would pick
comforts.
like I like elves, so probably like in the forests.
Okay, yeah.
Somewhere like Lothlorien.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
live in Lothlorien.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. That was a great. I like how she. Usually we're like, oh, I'd love to live here, and she was like, it wouldn't be an easy place to live.
Right.
We don't really think about like there's orcs around. You know, you're back to the Middle Ages. It's not like, hey, let's Uber into a restaurant and get some great Gondorian food. You know, it's
Soggy
like
Chinese food.
Right. No. Yeah. There's no moisty
With very-
mountains.
yeah, no moisty
That's just a
mountains.
dream. So
That has
that's
to be the next t-shirt.
very. Well, I think it's got to be. That was very, very insightful. Very insightful. Have you bought enough time for your favorite character? You need some more time. I mean, I'm thinking if it's Rohan, it's got to be. Is it like
I wasn't
Eowyn,
gonna
Eomer?
pick. I wasn't gonna pick a Rohan,
Oh,
like
okay.
a Rohirrim as
Okay.
a favorite character. Like they didn't even like pop into my mind first, because like obviously like the Fellowship is the first thing that like comes to my mind. I really think, even though it's like kind of like cliche and lame, I'm gonna pick Gandalf.
Okay.
Just because like
He's amazing.
he's wise, yeah, the wisdom part of it, and like the like mystery around him, and like he must have like one dynamic story like that we
Yeah.
still don't even know about, like
Yeah.
the wizards themselves, or like Radagast
Yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Just as intriguing. I think like just the wizarding portion. So that's
Yeah.
I'm picking two. I'm picking two.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I think
Yeah.
Radagast gets a really bad rap from like the movie portrayal.
Yeah, he's kind of comical,
Psycho.
and
Right, yeah.
And crazy.
Yeah, he's
like
just got
yeah.
like the.
And he kind of seems dumb, like aloof.
Yes.
And I don't think that
Everybody
was
kind of thinks lowly of him. They're like, oh yeah, Radagast.
Right.
That dude's
That
he's
guy.
not
the
all there.
goofball.
Yeah.
The Appalachian cousin, Radagast, and I don't know. You're right. There is kind of a.
Yeah.
I love those two characters though, because I don't know if they're the most similar of the Istari, because I don't really know them, but he and Gandalf seem very, maybe not in their roles in Middle Earth, but if two wizards were going to hang out, it's going to be Gandalf and Radagast, I think. So
Yeah, like the most
Yeah.
like underplayed or like underrated. Like
Yeah,
they're
they're not
powerful.
appreciated.
Like yeah.
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 That's great.
Yeah.
Holy cow, man.
And then you wonder,
away.
like, why would Gandalf and Saruman actually hang out? Like,
yeah, and it's more like a pupil.
Why would they, or why
Saruman
wouldn't
has
they?
the.
I don't know.
If you're Saruman, why wouldn't you want to hang out with other powerful wizards and try to
I don't
corrupt
know, like,
them?
Like Saruman just seems
Yeah,
like the
try and corrupt
stuck-up
them.
Beverly Hills.
Yeah, like Radagast's abilities. Like, think about, so like he's like over the animals.
Sorry, anyone that lives in California listening to this, there's not a dig against you. Just it was just the first thought that came to mind. So I'm gonna fire myself here in a second. So don't worry.
Edit that out.
Yeah.
That's a good point, though. So, but Saruman's intentions for hanging out with someone would probably be to corrupt, like the same thing he did with Treebeard. He used to walk in the forest, and then there's part of you that's like, okay, was he ever genuinely interested in those areas, or Treebeard kind of, at least the way I've read it, it seems to me that he feels like that was always his mind. It was always his intention. He wasn't corrupted. He was always kind of that way.
Yeah.
Isn't that like every like evil air quotes villain, like truly it is, are they really truly evil?
Yeah,
like
right,
all the way
yeah.
It's just their motivations.
Yeah, like
and then that's the question too. Is you know, how much of that is who you've always been versus you changing over time, or is it magnified? Like you have a little bit of that trait in you, and then as life goes on, that it's the whichever wolf you feed the most, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whichever one you feed the most.
Like depending on what happens to you.
That was my speech.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes.
And just because someone's in your circle doesn't mean that they're in your corner.
Yeah. True. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can be in the same group of people, and they're not
They're
going
not gonna have your back.
Have your
That's
back.
right.
Absolutely.
Which
I mean, you see that with Saruman and and
I feel
Gandalf.
like for all the wizards that is the case, though. They are all in each other's circles, but I don't think any of them would have any of them the others
we don't really.
back.
Yeah, we don't see that, do we? We
Yeah,
don't see
they're
any of them
very
really work together.
independent.
Yeah.
I think the only ones you do are Radagast and Gandalf. I mean, like.
Or the
they're
two
not
blue
super
wizards,
close.
wherever they go. They're
But I
probably
don't.
just
I don't
smoking
feel
weed
like
somewhere.
Gandalf like 100%
pitching a tent
completely
together.
trusts and like depends on Radagast. Like I think that they're aware of each other, like working in the same space.
To help each other, but I think Gandalf depends on Gandalf.
Can we mic you up?
Yeah. Gandalf is independent. He don't need no help. Yeah.
Yeah. He is so funny because
Strong,
he is independent,
wizard.
but he has all this. He tries to bring all these different groups of people together. He tries to mend all the fences. Yeah, that is interesting, huh? Wow,
He
this
does
is
a good job at it.
Yeah, he does. Yes, he does. He's the motivator. He'll come in and speak words that. Because I think some people in Middle Earth think that Gandalf is like a manipulator, but I think he's more of an.
Well, I mean, he is.
Right, but so maybe manipulation has a bad connotation, right? So you would say, all right, well, he's an influencer, or, you know, I mean, he is.
No, I think that
yeah.
he is a manipulator, like for that sense of the word. Exactly. I mean, like
Right.
even through like guiding Frodo, that's manipulation. I mean, and he wouldn't have been able to do it without that. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
He has everyone's best interests in mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he wouldn't have to. Like he could very easily.
You're right. So it's that choice he makes. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's good stuff.
Well, that was fantastic.
Wow, Ali. Wow.
was-
Okay. We went
that was
from
legit.
ridiculous to deep.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry.
Well, now we got,
No,
we got
that was good. That
Mr.
was
Counselor
really good.
here asking the good questions.
I needed that. Yeah.
Good deep questions.
So Phil Seidel's also with us.
He is.
I am.
Can you fill us in on some stuff that's been going on at home?
I saw you taking all that
Please
information
don't fill
in.
anyone in right now. There's
Are
a
you-
little too much filling going on.
Oh my!
I can fill that. I feel what you're saying.
Were you
Good.
taking in everything that Ali was saying and
I was.
processing it into the archives and?
It takes me a while to process. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, that's another way we're alike, man. Big time.
But I mean, I agree with everything she said.
Yeah.
Based
Yeah,
on,
powerful
you know.
stuff, man. Wow, Ez missed out.
He did. That was some good combo.
That was wonderful.
Straight
So,
up.
so, are you glad you came to the party? Will you
Oh,
come
yeah.
back next year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to.
Awesome.
I mean, I'm really glad that I found something so close to like something that's so close to my heart,
Yeah,
but
sure.
is so different in a
Yep,
way. Like
yep.
it's like a crazy crossing of paths.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's
It's a lot of
awesome.
fun.
Did you enjoy the village last night too?
Yeah, I had a ton of fun.
Good, right? Good place. Yeah.
I hate to interrupt, but when this is done, we're actually taking the podcast outside. I love you guys. I just came out of retirement to tell you guys this.
We have to get like one more interview, and then we'll be done.
It was a good sign that you left because
Yeah.
it got so much better when you left. Actually,
It got a lot better.
Aw.
We went.
This
I mean,
was
it
some
kinda
like-
did.
We went
like
deep.
Ali needs a podcast.
We got back on track because we didn't have anyone to make fun of.
Here's the thing. That's very true. And when you get a chance, yeah, okay. Good job.
That's
At least
awesome.
it's got an ugly on. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. Good.
So we have another person we need to interview.
I'll cheer him up when we
sure.
pitch our tents.
Pitch your tents.
That's how it
I said I'll cheer him
started.
up.
You're gonna pitch
That's
a
how
tent?
it started.
God.
I'll cheer him up later.
That
when
is
we
how
pitch
it
our
started. We
tents.
got to get back on track. Are we
Okay.
talking to Jenn here?
We got Jen
Who-
and we got Michelle.
We got Michelle. Get her on.
Yeah. You want to get on?
Okay.
Let's go.
Here, you take my seat.
No.
Why are
No,
things
Allie, you
being
need
pointed
to
at me?
You're on a roll, Allie. Here, Michelle. I'm just going to sit and listen.
I mean,
Like
if they're
two
pointing,
ears and one mouth.
it's not that bad. As long as it's not plunging, we're good.
Whoa. Pointing, plunging.
I will make it all dirty.
Winnie's been on the podcast, too.
Yeah, she has. She's the intro for all the movers.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
That's right, little baby Heather.
Does that feel cool? that fan blowing? What are you gonna sing?
See, there you go.
Is that cool?
Oh, were you getting shy? You noticed people looking at you?
No, so can you do that again?
Look away.
Wolf. Can you do a lion roar?
Do a lion?
Hey, Elena. What sound does a puppy make?
Stop it.
Can you do that again with feeling?
What sound does a puppy make? Okay. Can you do it?
Elena.
They do not.
Elena. What sound does a puppy make? Okay.
No.
Maybe not.
No, I can't. Can't talk.
Over here?
No. No. Okay.
So I can grab some or not this way.
All right.
Clearly, you're not doing it
Michelle,
right.
probably the most patient human being in the world, I think. True story.
She's a Hufflepuff.
Easily.
Hands down.
Easily.
Hands down. You can hear me? Is that weird?
Yeah.
Can you hear yourself?
Yes. Yes, I can. Hello.
It has to basically be in your face.
In my face. Okay. I'll try and do that
That's what I
with the
said.
toddler in my lap.
That'll work. So we have friends all around here, and my daughter and my wife.
Are you gonna sing?
Yeah. So, so we have nothing but friends here. Okay. So, we've kind of been talking about it a little bit, hun. But how's your experience been here today for your first long-expected party?
It's been awful. I'm never coming back.
Whoa! All right, as we gotta work that out.
I'm just kidding. No, they've been so extremely great. Elena's played up in Winnie's room with her little toys and stuff.
Mama.
Yeah. Did you play?
Uh-huh.
What'd you make?
Chicken.
Chicken. Yeah. You made some chicken. You like chicken nuggets? Yeah. It's been fun.
Cool. Awesome. So we were just talking about like maybe not a favorite character, kind of like, you know, kind of who we kind of like the most, who we might, you know, really relate to. So who's your Michelle? Who's your favorite Lord of the Rings character?
Are you gonna sing? She's getting shy. I like the Hobbits. Pippin and Merry are my favorite.
Yeah.
They're fun.
What do you like about them the most?
They're fun.
Oh, okay.
Yes, mischievous. They're really strong. I'm sorry. It's hard to focus with a squirmy toddler in my lap. But yeah, are you gonna sing? No,
No.
you're all done. Okay, you wanna walk around? Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye.
So yeah, they're fun. They are very strong and I don't know.
Okay. How about you, Jen? Favorite character?
Toss up between Eowyn and Treebeard.
Okay.
Quite a range.
that is quite a range.
Why Treebeard?
Because I like those who can respect the ancient wisdom and the ancient thought. They have appreciation for the earth and what's truly important. And as impatient as I am on everything, there is wisdom and don't be hasty. So if there's one big lesson I could really take from it is don't be hasty. I'm failing epically though.
I can dig it. So I think we have a new nickname for you in certain parts of Middle Earth.
No,
Okay. If you say so.
I will change it back.
All right. So how have y'all's experiences been with this year's long expected party? I know we already got your take on it. Okay. How about the rest of y'all with the party? Wow.
I think it's really cool that all of these strangers came together from listening to basically a book club to do this. That's really, like, if you step back and think about it, it's pretty impressive.
Right.
Yeah, like in a good, like in an awe-inspiring way.
Right. And that it's not just, there's not that elitist thing. We were talking about this like with some other people too, like that it's not this elitist thing like, oh, I've read the series, 1,000 times, or oh, you've only ever seen the PJ Adventures, you've only seen the Peter Jackson films. So yeah, it's really cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Elitism ruins a lot of people's experiences in things that they can get lost in, and that's unfortunate.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. So this is, I think it's everyone that's here, except for Jenn. This is all our first time here, right?
Yep.
And you came here.
Cherry's been popped.
Wow. For those of you that didn't hear, say it once more with feeling.
No.
Never mind. Just completely ignore that I said that. It'll be fine. Well,
I think the mic may have picked it up.
it's possible.
I heard it.
Okay. It's fantastic. Let's not.
She's so intrigued by the microphones.
All right, I'm gonna let my co-host
you don't want that.
take over some questioning. Come on, bro.
Oh man, I wasn't prepared for this because somebody else is supposed to be on the mic. Just kidding. Let's see. So, what?
I did nothing. Other than sitting in here to be your support.
I mean, I think this is like the first time we've had a conversation.
Whoa, what's that like?
I don't know.
And
I feel like
being
we
recorded.
Oh, well, it was like there's like 6 of us around the table, and everyone was kind of all talking. So I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't as small of a group.
Yeah.
You were there too.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not mentally. You were probably tired. You had just gotten in.
Oh yes. Yeah. So Faramir is your guy, right?
Yeah.
That's your boy?
Yep.
Okay, and you got...
He's not dead yet.
If you're happy, I'd like to go for a walk. I'm getting better.
So yours is Faramir, yours is Pippin. We got Gandalf, we got Treebeard.
/ Aowen.
At Aowen, yeah. And I'm probably hanging out with Sam. It's like a 3-way tie, I think. Sam, Éomer, and Gandalf for me.
I was gonna say I know Éomer was gonna be there.
Yeah.
What about Gandalf do you like? Do we like the same thing?
It's the wisdom part. And I've always been drawn to characters that are intelligent and strong.
Such a Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
I think the key strength to Gandalf is, though, he has more power than he ever uses.
Yes.
He sees the wisdom, and just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Which is terrifying. Like, that instills fear in itself. Like, I am so powerful, but you'll never know how powerful I am.
Right. Yeah, growing up, I think I've told some people this, but like growing up, like even watching like Power Rangers, like original Power Rangers, like yes, I like Tommy, like just like everyone from my generation liked Tommy, but Billy, the original Blue Ranger, I really liked him because he was the nerd, and I was kind of a nerd growing up, and there was just something cool about like being the smart guy and also being strong. So that's like what really sticks out about Gandalf to me. And then like with Sam, I think I've shared it in my Bywater post letter that how he is kind of how I see myself as a counselor, especially like going up and picking Frodo and carrying him up the mountain. So.
And Gandalf too, because he provided counsel to a lot of people for a lot of things.
Yes. So that's where I'm at. So are there like certain qualities about these characters that like stick out more than say other qualities of that same character that like really resonate with y'all? It's a deep question.
Wait, can you say it again? Hold on.
Yeah, so kind of like what I was describing about like the strength and the intelligence and how that's kind of been a theme with my life. Are there certain qualities or characteristics about the character that stand out to you more than like the other characteristics of that same character? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I have to think about that one.
For me, it's just Faramir's inner strength, his ability to like, well, one kind of resist the power of the ring.
Yeah.
To like, with all the craziness going on in Gondor, still like lead his men and do whatever he can to kind of keep their morale up. Mm-hmm. And his, all the family issues of losing his mother, losing his brother, his dad hating him, and still just like pushing through, and just like no matter what he was doing or where he was, like he's a strong dude.
Mm-hmm.
So was your question? Sorry, 'cause I'm dumb. Like trying to
I
process the question. Are you asking like? So, for instance, like Gandalf is very wise, but lots of other characters are wise.
Yeah.
Why specifically Gandalf's wisdom
Sure.
is it that stands out?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
That can be one way. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, because a lot of the characters, either I guess they don't all start off wise, but develop wisdom along the way.
Mhm.
Like especially like Sam, I would say develops a lot of wisdom, and so does Frodo, inevitably.
Right.
But Gandalf's wisdom is like an old wisdom, it goes deep, like it has roots that aren't even really like discussed, but like are just inferred.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that like old wisdom and like knowledge that's just appealing to me in general. Like I feel like what a resource and like what a dynamic character to have like in these books. Like it obviously wouldn't be the same without him, but like as a thing that resonates with me is like that is something I guess that's always been really important. Like nobody can take your like intelligence and your wisdom away from you, and like you are always adding to it and always collecting to it. It's like if you measured him with like the size of a tome, his is like a grand tome in comparison to all others, and that makes him stand out to like the other characters as they develop their wisdom, or even to like the other wizards. I just feel like maybe in the books you get to more intimately know Gandalf than obviously Radagast or like even Saruman or other very wise characters. But yeah, that in itself is what the standout is for him in combination with his kindness and his counsel to like others. It's a good combo.
Excellent. How about you, Michelle? Like with Pippin, like what about what's that look for? You're giving me a look right now.
What's the question?
So what qualities, right? I hope I'm still remembering the same question. What qualities of Pippin really stand out to you more so than like other characters that might have the same qualities?
Well, I'm not entirely sure because, I haven't read the book, so I'm not...
He's the first Hobbit to kill a troll.
Hey!
There you go.
There you go.
I mean, he quirks up when nobody else... Like, he breaks a lot of, like, tense situations.
Yeah. I mean... It's all, the movies that I've seen, and I love the movies, and I think he's funny. He does break a lot of the, I guess, tension, and I guess that would be comic relief. And Sometimes, you know, it might not be the most clever, but I think has his own braveness, and he finds out a lot about himself during the journey, and and I personally identify as a Hobbit, and
there you go.
They're kind of chill. They like to eat, and that's me.
That's a good reason.
Yeah. We're chill and we like to eat.
I still think, like, I don't know if it's my favorite book or my favorite chapter in the entire series, or if it's just my favorite chapter in Fellowship, but The Ring Goes South. I think that's the chapter immediately following Council of Elrond, when it's Merry and Pippin. They're talking about, like, wanting to go, but Elrond is saying, like, no, bro, like, no. And I think Gandalf is, like, going to bat for him, so to speak. And then they end up going, and they just have this yearning of, like, no, I just want to be with my friends, and I don't care what's going to happen, basically. And I love that. I love that dialogue. It's like maybe a paragraph and a half of that entire chapter, and that's what makes it my favorite chapter in Fellowship. The Ring Goes South. So let's wrap it up with Treebeard, if that's okay. And then we can get back out to the rest of the festivities. So what's the quality of Treebeard that really sticks out to you the most?
It really is the don't be hasty, you know. He's got his deep roots, he's got his beliefs, he has his initial thoughts, but he's willing to stop and essentially, you know, bend with the wind and see what's actually happening. Like, he doesn't have to be rigid. And, you know, he originally mistakes the hobbits for little orcs, but then he takes the time to learn before you know, everyone has those initial judgments that they make, but he doesn't let that stop him from learning the truth and realizing, hey, I'm wrong, you're not what I thought you were.
Right.
And admitting it.
Yeah. And his patience with a lot of stuff, you know, sometimes it's really hard, even when you think you know the answer, and, like, the hobbits reached the conclusion that he reached before him, but it does pay to take that time and to stop and think things through and look at everything from, even if you come to the same conclusion you had at the beginning, you know, there's different things that you may not have thought of. So
It's just a different, you could potentially have a new game perspective by taking the time to slow down.
And you're just more prepared and ready for what's to come.
Yeah.
And just, you know, that ability, you know, I hate the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and he's kind of the epitome of that's not true. He is ancient. He has been there pretty much since the beginning. He has all this knowledge and in his own way power. I mean, it may not be magic or whatever, but he has this power, but he still has respect for the old and the simple.
Right.
And to use that in a way that actually benefits the world.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, and, like, what other character really has that level of patience? Like, that makes him stand out on his own. Like, you can't really compare him to anybody easily.
Yeah.
I don't really think you can at all.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even the older ones, you see, like, Bombadil. I mean, he has the same respect for the world, but at the same time, he's very carefree and just, like Treebeard still tries to know what's going on and kind of keep abreast of what's going on. And where Tom, I love Tom, he's awesome, but he's literally skipping and dancing through the woods just off in his own little world, and that's that. Like, Treebeard would rather focus on his area, but he doesn't let himself kind of live in ignorance of everything else going on around him and the importance of the part he could play. Like, Treebeard may not have made he did really kind of make a huge charge, but I mean, Bombadil chose to stay behind. Treebeard eventually realized, no, I can make a difference. There could have been more that he could have done, but, you know, he still did a big enough part that it did play a role in the bigger picture.
Yeah, for sure.
Where Tom, he's fun, but he didn't really. He did save the Fellowship, but there's so much more he could have done, and he didn't.
Yeah. I think it's cool, like, these qualities that we're seeing in these characters, and how much not only the story, but how much these characters can mean to us, and what that also means for the characters that, and how they resonate with the people that are in our fellowship here in this book club. So I know we have some festivities that we need to get out to. There's some like fireside fellowship hangout going on right now, and I think we're going to be moving some of the equipment so that we can document some of that. So
Are there going to be some dragon fireworks?
there's probably going to be some potential dragon fireworkage. I don't know.
Hopefully, no one ends up in the hospital.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
I mean, if not, apparently there's going to be fireworks later with the tents. So
There you go. So thank each of you. I'd like to thank each of you for sitting down and talking about this stuff.
no love, no love.
So
Thanks for the opportunity.
totally. All right, I'm gonna shut it down now. All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, everyone. Just want to say to Ez, Lane, Goldberry, and everyone responsible for the podcast, thank you so much for dreaming this up and inviting all of us to the Shire of America in a little village called Amanda for us to have fun and party with.
Yeah, I wanted to say thank you so much for opening your home and being such gracious hosts. And seriously, they have been absolutely amazing. Just like constantly saying, "Oh, is everybody having a good time?" Constantly checking on everybody, asking if anybody needs anything. They have been amazing with Elena, making sure if she needs anything, letting us go and we watched Moana, took a little break earlier in the day. So they have been absolutely amazing, and I'm so thankful. Okay,
Awesome. Bye.
All right, friends, there you have it. Thanks again to Chase and Michelle for that awesome shout-out. Couldn't have said it better myself. Lane and Sarah were just awesome, gracious hosts, and really they opened their home, they opened their heart to everyone in the group, and it was just wonderful. Now, a couple quick podcasting updates. Next week, we will have LEP Part 3, and we take the podcast out to the fire. And I really don't know what happens, honestly. I've listened to it. There's a lot of really cool music, and there's some pretty epic conversations. I started off, and then I lose track of what happened. I moved around the fire, and I have no idea. By the end of the night, we're talking about aliens and Bigfoot and what have you. So that should be an experience. And then after that, we have the House of Healing, where we're trying to get the Shire Rats together. So we will keep you guys updated on when that episode will be coming out. We are also continuing our work on the studio. So just a couple updates there. Really just excited about still on this high from the long expected party. So we've really wanted to get these episodes out to you guys, and then we will pick back up with the reread and continue. So with that, we will see you in a week. And remember, Frodo lives.